Peace, everybody. Proud praise to the Most High on this wonderful night. Thank you all who's tuning in and catching this on the replay. The one and only Cool Gent here on the stream. Hit the like button if you can. Share the stream. Subscribe to the channel if you're new to it. And I appreciate everyone that's enrolling with me for so long. I truly appreciate you all very much. Shout out to my brothers in the truth, man. Go subscribe to their channels too. Brother Rollo, Divine Lee, Leon. We had a stream tonight. Shout out to them brothers, the Power Circle and the others too. Don't know if I could have done this stream on this night. But anyways, here we go. So it's for all the guys that are over the age of 30, may not have no kids, maybe getting some stuff together, or maybe you haven't got it all together. None of us gonna have everything in order all together, but you best to believe that you can always work at it. And what I have a problem, I'm going to describe it. What's going on, Logan? Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you. So we got a lot of women that I come across on videos on YouTube saying that, man, they're 30 and up with no kids. Like, is something wrong with us? Like, how can something be with a man that doesn't have kids, who doesn't have kids? Like, what makes it so wrong? What makes it so bad? Maybe the Most High haven't ordained us a wife just yet, and we're protecting our seeds. In due time, all things will come together. They're projecting because they hitting the wall. So they try to shame men. Yeah, man, it's true. So they shame men with it. A man's prime begins in his 30s and up. Yeah, you can say that. Yeah, 30s. Our prime, let's say, really reached 30s, 50. But yeah, man, we will rise like gold. I'm gonna find the scripture that we had read tonight. Let me see if I can get it real quick. See if I can get it. Let me get it real quick, y'all. Let me see. So I can find it. All right, this Isaiah chapter 13, verse 12. And it reads, I will make a man more precious than gold, than fine gold, even a man than the golden wage of Ophir. All right, I'm gonna post this. A lot of these things need to be said. Here we go. That's it. This book of Isaiah 13, 12. You all can read it for yourselves. It's simply that from the scriptures. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wage of Ophir. All right. So, and while a lot of modern women, I mean, you're valuable. You're very valuable if you follow the Most High. That's both men and women. Carry ourselves like what He designed for us to be. So, Logan says, a man's prime begins in 30s and beyond. A woman's value is more so about their beauty, youth, and fertility. The older they get, the more it diminishes. That's true. But a man does not have a biological time clock. Yeah, that's true. What they try to do? They try to blame us on not having all the money and stuff in the world. So it's just a crazy, man. But I don't understand why. A lot of men who hold on to their seed, A lot of us, man, we just use our brain. We was raised up right, taught well, and we just know how to use discernment because we don't just go out here and give our seed to any woman out here. Because we can see ourselves with that woman. Like, is she gonna do me good all the days of my life, or is she gonna be a woman that's gonna destroy me in the time to come? Because you got a lot of women. You can have all the money out there in the world, and they still can destroy you. A lot of those type of women can destroy you as a man, and you have to be careful about who you give yourself to. You got to. We're in a whole different time period right now. Definitely a whole different time period. We can have kids all in our 60s, 70s. Dr. Say was having kids in his 70s. Yeah, man, absolutely. Taking care of yourself, all those things. And I gotta say for a lot of women too. Now, I understand there are a lot of women 40 and up. Some may not have no kids because a lot of you all may be putting your careers and all this type of stuff in front of you, which you really are supposed to be focusing on having being a wife, so you can be found by the husband. That's why a lot of y'all are single, man. Like, if you all would just take the time to listen to Brothers in the Truth, man, like, it's not about attacking you all. We want you to be ready to be wives. We want you all to have that, like to have future husbands. We want future wives, because all this separation of what we're doing right now is not keeping us together. It's actually destroying us. You know, what other group of people that's telling themselves that they don't need the opposite sex? That doesn't make any sense. It's all part of an agenda to keep us divided. It's not looking too good out here for us. What's up, Smart Cookie? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I may drop that link too. I think I may drop that link too. I'm perfectly fine with grinding and working on myself. I have a lot of things I want have to do. I have big dreams, visions. I don't want any one of them part of it and any random woman having my kids. Yeah, you're supposed to guard yourself. You know, the woman is supposed to be the helpmeet. You know, we all got roles, and I don't know why I keep saying roles, but you know, I know women from the past, way from the past, that were with men by their side, and you know, to help push them to be to greatness. There was a quote, if I can remember it correctly. How did it go? The nations rise no more higher than this woman. I'm about to find that, but I'm pretty sure some of y'all know what I mean. Because a lot of us men, we care about our legacy. We care about who we give our seed to. You know, we care about who our heart safely trusts in, and there's a scripture about that too. I'm gonna find that. They will be waiting forever. Women need to do something positive to keep themselves occupied and not just wait. That's truth. And yeah, you're right, Cookie. You're right about that. You know, I know a lot of y'all can get back to womanhood, to those other women out there, and a lot of us got to get back to manhood and how you dress to and carry yourself, your appearance, all those different things. You know, because you all are meant to be, you know, looked at. We're meant to talk to you all. We're meant to wanna marry you. You know what I'm saying, and have our children. You could say that. Bloodline means a lot to me, and I don't want any woman carrying my bloodline. Yeah, as long as it's the right woman, though, man. That's all it comes down to, having the right woman, for sure. But it's like I said, it's sad where we're at right now, 2020. As man, you want to take care of all states of your being. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, man. That's right. That's right. Um, you know, I would never be a man to say that I don't need no woman, and it's not to say I don't, but at the same time, we all need somebody at the end of the day. Truth be told, you know, it's something we can't bypass. It's biology. You know what I'm saying? As a man, I have a need for a woman, and a woman has a need for a man. I can do things that a woman can't do. A woman can do things that a man can't do. We'll leave it at that. That brings in balance. You are saying this about women should be focused on marriage. However, black men are being taught not to marry before 30. This is what happened to me. You are saying this should be focused on marriage. However, black men are being taught not to marry before 30. I'm gonna say to each his own. If you think if you believe you're ready, you got your stuff set up for yourself. I mean, I'm not saying that everybody gonna have everything in order, but I'm stable, got a place, all the stuff of my own, those different things. Okay, I want to have a family. You know, that's me. I can't speak for everybody, but yeah, I hear what you're saying, Cookie. I hear what you're saying, and I know that there are a lot of men out there that's not ready for marriage. I know that that's a huge step. Take care of your family, your wife and your kids. I know that's a huge step. Western society doesn't value femininity; they value feminism. You know something? Let me say something about that. See, they push a lot of the negative, the feminism stuff in front of our faces. All this 304 culture bullcrap, which I rebuke, in front of us because they want you to believe that's all there is out here. That's the type of woman that's only out here. You know, so they don't want they try to push it to the point to where like they don't want to have us having any type of hope. Teach men to desire marriage, which build wealth. That's the major breakdown. Yeah, teach the men to desire marriage. But yeah, if the man is marriage minded, you know what I'm saying? He has to be marriage minded. Just like the woman has to be marriage minded, be that wife material. So when the right man comes along, I'm coming to you, I'm selling myself to you to say, hey, this is what it is. I'm marriage minded, I'm looking for a wife. So I can see myself with bear my children. I want to be able to take care of us, all of us. I want to spend the rest of my life with you. To each his own. When I was young, I didn't find older men attractive. Oh wow, okay, okay. So you found more people around your age that was more attractive age group. Okay. I remember someone talked about that in the video too at the time. What's going on, Devon? I'm going to be 29 and I want to be married, but whenever I talk about the Most High, the women really go against me. So I'm just focused on myself. Yeah, man. Um, yeah, it's a lot of modern women out here that's lost. Not every last one of them, but they out here. They out here, man. Just keep the hope alive and keep on pushing, doing what you're doing. Yeah, they definitely out here. I know it's hard right now where we're at because they've been raised up by social media. You know, um, and it's sad that they don't have a home like to where like the father figures and to, to teach them how we operate, to be an example how we're supposed to operate and how the women are supposed to teach their daughters to be feminine. So I know it's a lot of that going on. Yes, I desire to be with me in my age range. It's nothing wrong with that. I desire somebody in my age range. I honestly do. I honestly do. It just seems like everything nowadays has really gone downhill. Like they want the value of us to be no more. And I kept thinking about something I know you said, and I heard several times throughout the sector is that by 2050, how we no longer gonna have anything. Like we're gonna be done as a race, and it just keeps leading back to 2/3 of our people. Like it's very sad because a lot of them don't want to listen to truth, don't want to heed to instructions. You know, they rather fall in the pit hole, being their own vomit, and it's sad. It's very sad. I wish it wasn't like this. I wish that our own would just recognize and realize what's going on before it's too late. Because that's we're reaching to that point. We're definitely reaching to that point. Our lifetime. Um, I was hearing another female content creator talking about her son. I don't know if he's like about to come a teen. I don't know, saying that like he may not be able to see in his lifetime like a good feminine woman. Like how bad that sounds. I mean, for you to tell your son that, Like, he shouldn't be hearing no stuff like that. And vice versa with the women too. That's why it's so important, as the Bible says, you're supposed to train up a child in the way they should go. Train them up in the way they should go. It's very important. A lot of my male friends that are my age tell me that they can't relate to young women in their 20s. Huh. Different generations, maybe not have like the same taste. The same taste and whatever. Maybe be old school music or whatever though. Like, I do believe in tradition, I do. But you know what, Cookie? A lot of women out here try to make a lot of us men say like we got to have all this money and stuff in the world just to be with you all. And money could come and go. They can raise the prices tomorrow. The whole economy could crash tomorrow. Then what? We got done talk about that tonight on the Power of Circle. Shout out to them brothers. All this stuff. K to the I to the S talk about all that high value crap and that get the bag mentality, man. All this stuff can go tomorrow. It's like, what's it gonna come down to? A man that knows how to hunt, fish, survival, the simple things, just like way back in the biblical times. You know what I'm saying? Can a man fix a flat tire? Stuff like that. Yeah, bro, it's rough out here. Yeah, it totally is. Some of the younger women, man, in 20s. There was one girl I know I was talking to at the time. I know she was very attractive. She had to be I know she was in her early 20s, and she said she liked the women because she said she can't just deal with the men. And it's like you haven't even lived long enough to experience real men out here. You're around, young men that haven't really developed to become a man yet, or having the type of world experience to where it pushed them to want to become a man. Well, Smart Cookie, you want to come up? I'll drop the link for you. You're still around, I'll drop the link for you. Let's see. All right. Got the link drop for you. Have a little conversation about this. I think a lot about my legacy. I think about my future self. I say to myself, like, it should never be this hard. I don't have any problems talking to women, but it's just the mindset of a lot of the women here in today's world that don't see a lot of us black men as valuable. They don't see that at all. Thanks, bro. I appreciate that. Yeah, y'all share the stream if y'all can, try to get the likes up for those who tuned in and catching us on the replay, man. Tell somebody about this stream. Got to talk about this because I know there's a lot of men in their 30s that doesn't have any type of any children whatsoever. Yeah, bro, just connecting, having mental stimulation is hard. Yeah, it is. It is. Finding somebody that's truly like-minded like you and that gets you to where you don't have to pretend to be something that you're not. Let me switch my phone. Okay, go ahead. Take your time. I'll put this thing back. Sorry about that. Move something back over here. And yeah, it's just something I think about. This topic needs to be talked about. It has to be. Because I care about my legacy. I care about the next generation. I care about the women growing up. Want all of us to like enjoy life while we're here, prosper, live long on the land, of the living earth that the Most High created. And see, they pushing all these different agendas out here to keep us separate. They don't want us to come together and They want us to continue to be lost. And we have the power of the internet to know, to like see what's going on. Really, truth be told, like I said, everything's in the Bible is what we it's pretty much all we need. Yeah, we got the internet, but the Bible's the truth, and it talks about the last days and stuff that's what's going on. And this is where we're at. What's up, Sheila E? What's going on with you? I appreciate you for tuning in. Smart Cookie, what's going on, love? How you doing?
Hello, Cool Gent. Happy Sunday.
Yeah, happy Sunday to you. Happy Sunday to you. So,
Hello, chat. You know, this is my area of expertise. I love talking about relationships. That's what I do a lot in this area.
okay, okay, that's what's up. So, what you think about the topic so far? Maybe what I discussed, and just your opinions on it.
So, I want to give some clarity and share a little bit about my story. So, to begin with, I'm a millennial, and I don't want to share my age, but I'm in my 30s, right? And I was taught. I grew up in I guess, somewhat of a traditional family, a blended family. I had a stepfather, of course,
Mm-hmm.
and he wasn't just like the best stepfather, but he was there, and I learned some things for what it was worth. And I'm a Christian, so I was brought up in church. So that gives a little bit of about me to help you understand my thought process for people that are in the chat that don't know much about me. So
Okay.
I was taught by my family, my grandmother. I mean, marriage is something that happens, okay? Like baby mamas is not celebrated. That's not something that, that
Mm-hmm.
has went on, okay? So I always look forward to being married. Um, I was taught to go to college, and that's where you will meet your husband. You go there to study and get an education so that you can take care of yourself financially. Because I saw how my mom doesn't have a college degree. She is a working class person, and she was very limited. I mean, and one reason why I feel like she was with my stepfather was because it was just easier for two of them to make it together versus so he wasn't a provider, I guess you could say. Like, they worked together to pay the bills, they helped each other.
Mm-hmm.
And so my mom wanted me to go to college so I could do better in life financially than she did, okay? But I was taught you meet your husband there. So when I was in college, I had a relationship um, with great guy, black man. I went to a historically black college. He went to HBCU. We met on a blind date. It worked out so well, but here's the thing. Um, he did not desire marriage. He was taught to sleep with as many women as you can, have a good time. And he was deceiving me. He didn't tell me that. He also lied
Mm-hmm.
to me about having a child. All these like major red flags. But I hung in there and I thought, well, maybe, we'll still get married. As long as I'm, great woman, good to him, and I'm still excelling, this is it. He was the only person I brought home. I thought this is who I was going to marry. And it just didn't work out. So I tried it, is what I'm saying. So then later down the road, after I finally broke off with him, I did get married. But my ex-husband, he was the first person in his family to get married. So he didn't know how to treat me. And I'm saying all that to say we have to start by teaching the youth. We have to stop teaching men to sleep around with all these women. We have to teach men that their bodies are precious too. We have to
Yeah,
do
no
that.
hormone over here. We don't do that over here though. We get on to guys like that too. We don't just get on women, the wicked women, but we get on to these dudes too that's out here that's taking advantage of a lot of you all type of women. And that's not the way to do it, because if they have a daughter, they have to imagine, another what they want another man doing it to their daughter. And that's why a lot of men don't understand. We talked a little bit about that tonight too on the stream we did. So trust and believe, we know that a lot of us have been deceived out here. And that's why, like I said, it's so important to stand the truth, because it will set you free. And it brings you to some harsh realities of like what you may experience in your life, or what your parents still should have taught you, or not, and not, you know.
Yeah. So now fast forwarding now, and then like I said in the chat, when I was younger, I didn't find young, I didn't find older men attractive. Like they were not attractive to me. So that's something to the K to the I to the that's
Catch it
something
into this.
that's something that he's teaching, and maybe that may change some things. That may change the mindset of some of the young women today. But I know when I was younger, I was like, no, you kind of look like my daddy. I don't want somebody with gray hair. I want somebody young, hot, and just like me.
Right.
And because I was taught, from the women in my family that were married, that did marry someone from college or right after college, I wasn't taught to date a man per se for his money or his assets. I was taught to love a man, and I was taught to build with a man. I grew up in that generation where you wanted to be a power couple with somebody. You wanted to do it together. To say it was important to do things together, and
Mhm.
a lot of that has changed. And I know I'm not gonna raise my daughters to waste all of their youth and their beauty on men that cannot provide for them. I'm teaching my daughters to be with provider type of men. I don't want them to go through what I went through and get drugged through the mud waiting on someone. Like Devon was saying, I shouldn't have waited. He was saying I should have, but I didn't know, because I was taught to love. So since I was, taught to love, I stayed in that relationship thinking, because I had ran from relationships so many times. So I just tried to stay in this relationship with this guy. And fast forwarding to now I'm divorced. I have two children, by the same man. But, Kevin is teaching other men not to look at me because I have children. And then I'm afraid because there's so many men that are predators out here preying upon people's children. So it's like, what is someone in my situation supposed to do? Like, I can't wait. I'm building my own wealth. I have my own money. Like, I can take care of myself. I don't really need a man. If I want a man, it's because I truly want him and I want to be with him. But it's like, is it worth the risk of bringing someone into my home that may hurt my children?
I understand that could be, difficult, in today's world, because yeah, on both sides, yes, there are missing men, they're missing women, and it is important. Like you said, you didn't know the guy was a so-called, whoremonger. I guess you could say previous whoremonger, or did he have like children outside of that, like while he was with you, or whatever?
After we separated, he had a bunch of kids with a bunch of different women. He finally recently got married within the last 2-3 years. And how I know this is because he's still finding me, contacting me, trying to get me in his bed. He was just not a good guy, but on paper it looked like it. He was in a fraternity. This is no this is not me throwing sigmas under the bus, but he just seemed like the great guy. He was a sigma. He was going to school to become a pharmacist. I helped him with all of that. And where I had to draw the line was when he wanted me to take care of him while he went through pharmacy school, and he didn't want to get engaged. So I was like, no, after our lease is up, you go your way and I'm gonna go mine. And then it worked out perfectly because he moved in with another woman. I mean, like a few months later, right? Got her pregnant. She took care of him throughout the
Wow.
entire time. And the next day he graduated pharmacy school on a Saturday. He left Houston and moved back home to Dallas that Sunday. So I'm so
Hmm.
happy that didn't happen. And if I'm just being honest, like I don't, I want people to learn from me. I went through a lot with this guy. I had an abortion for him or for us because we were still young. He got me pregnant my senior year in college. And I'm like, I can't drop out of college, you know?
Hmm.
And I mean, throughout all of that sacrifice, throughout me forgiving him for lying to me about having a child, because he didn't reveal that to me, throughout all of
Mm.
that, this guy was never good to me.
I know stories like that in real life. I know stories like that in real life. Truth be told, about how man, I don't want to get to this topic though, but keep on going. But I hear what you're saying though. I understand. Keep going.
So, it just, I just went through a lot. And then to get with like I said, he moved on with his life, got someone else pregnant, and then I end up getting in contact with her. She had several abortions. I only had one, thank God. But she had several abortions, helped him get through pharmacy school. I helped him get in because he couldn't get in. He had a frat brother on the board, okay? And he couldn't get in. But I had a friend whose aunt was a pharmacist that went to the school that he was trying to get into. And her aunt had a birthday party. I took him to the birthday party, bought the gift for the woman. And because I'm thinking this our future shit. I'm supposed to help my man. You know what I mean? I'm supposed to support him. We go to the party. It's nothing but pharmacists there that went to this school. How about this dude get in the next time? I mean, he had a good score. He had a good score on his pharmacy test. It's called PCAT. He had a damn good score on there. And he had a frat brother on the board the first go around, and he could not get in. But when Smart Cookie helped him and put him in position, I mean, he just didn't appreciate that. And so many women go through that over and over again. And all my beauty, all my everything. You know, back in the day, Jet Beauty was a big thing. I was a Jet Beauty of the week. I was in the Carnation Court at school. I was that chick that you didn't want to pass up. He still drugged me through the mud.
Wow.
Same thing with my ex-husband. He did the same thing too. So that's why a lot of women, in my opinion, become cold and they don't care, or they root these young girls on for using these men, get all the money you can out of them. Because a lot of us have been drugged through the mud. And I don't want that for my daughters. My daughters are more beautiful than I am. And I don't want them to, I don't want them, I'm not teaching them to love me. And I'm teaching them, let the man love you more. Let him show you. And I'm teaching my daughters, they are the prize. And then once he's shown you, then you can start showing him some femininity and being good to him. That's what I'm teaching my daughters, honestly.
Wow. I mean, I guess everybody, everybody got a story, in their life and stuff like that. Because I know I came across women that's been hurt by different men and stuff like that, and I'm just like, man, that's probably one of the reasons why I haven't really gotten married yet, because it's like, because you always hear about the dude, it's like doing a lot of women wrong, and me, like, I don't put myself out there like as what everybody wants me to be. Like, I've always been my own type of person. I got my mindset. I know right from wrong. I know not to do this. So, but yeah, it's a lot of dirty men out there that's doing it even right now to this day and stuff. And that's why it's messed up. There's a scripture about a man who doesn't take care of his family. I'm gonna find that because
Yeah, I love the scriptures you remind me, because I haven't been in my Bible as much as I need to. But
hey,
I'm reminded
what
when
I'm
you
saying.
drop one in your community tab.
Yeah, I do. Whenever I can. Let me see if I can get it. Man, come on, I know this thing.
And I don't want to go too far off topic, but I would like for us to have a live stream where we can talk about that one story in the Bible where the man and the woman go to this town, and the men in that town want to have sex with that man, and then they beat the woman and sleep with her. You know what I'm talking about?
Trying to think, that was in the Old New Testament. Gotta
It's
find
in
it.
the Old Testament.
I'm about to find that. I know my brothers know that one. Yeah, this is First Timothy chapter 5:8. It says, if any, let me see. Now, if anyone does not provide for his own and especially his household, he has denied the faith and is worse than an unbeliever.
Yeah.
So I
But
hope
see, the
y'all.
problem is a lot of people don't believe in the Bible anymore. They say that's old fashioned, that's antiquated. It's
The
not
truth,
real.
the truth is gonna be truth over feelings all day. That's what they fail to realize, though. His word is yesterday, today, tomorrow, and beyond. So what comes around goes around. There's nothing notice under the sun, man. We had a stream. We did a stream tonight, man. Oh man, it was so powerful. Like all the stuff that's going on with the celebrities and stuff, like with the wives, man. Shout out to Rollo, man. He broke that down, man. Him, some of the other brothers, man. It
Mm-hmm.
was off the chain. Um, but yeah, it's really messed up for us millennials. It's like we got caught up in this well. Like, how the hell did we get to this point to where like we the black men and black women start to really hate each other? Like we're caught up in that well. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then the Gen Z's coming up and like they have a choice now. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, man, I don't want everything to be all for nothing. You know, like I'm just existing as a man. But I think about a lot of this stuff. We do need good women and good men on this planet. We really do, because just don't want to be go out for nothing.
Yeah, but back to the topic of men that are under the age of 30, because I did a live stream on this, that don't have children. Um, I mean, over the age of 30, they don't have children. That sends up a red flag to me because, in a way, it just depends on what his answer is. But see, K to the I to the S has been teaching these men what to say. So they all have these talking points. My friends come to me showing me how they're on these dating apps. And I'm telling you, these responses be from this man verbatimly, right? And it's all in a response. My thing is, okay, should we be waiting to get married? Yes, I think we need to be waiting to get married. Figure out who you are so you can marry the right person so the marriage can last longer, okay? Um I wouldn't say 30, but um I mean, like one of my friends told me she met a guy the other day. He's 42, never been married, don't have any children. He spent off one of K to the I to the S's talking points about how he was working on building his wealth. Well, why can't you work on building wealth while pursuing a relationship? What's so hard about that?
I'm gonna say this too with that. Repeat that again. Repeat that one more time. That part right there. What you
So
said.
my so K to the I to the S is teaching men to say this. If you've never been married and you don't have any children, and a woman asks you why, basically tell her that you've been building your wealth because you don't ever want to be poor, blah 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 blah. So what I'm saying is, why can't you do that while pursuing a romantic relationship?
Okay, I want to add something to that too. I'm gonna say this: everybody is not gonna be a millionaire. Yes, we all want to do different things, of course. You can make all the money in the world and still not be happy. You know
And
what I'm
still
saying?
not have enough money to
And
raise a
still not have
family.
no
It's
money.
never gonna be enough.
This is it's not going to be enough. So K to the N to the S though is full of shit though, man. Excuse my French though, but he truly is though. Um,
And
and
then you just make it work. It's all in what you teach your children. Like, I don't teach my children, like, I don't teach them about labels.
the
Okay.
right, the value is in the family though, man. Like, there's nothing more precious than the family. Like the man and God, man, husband and wife. You know what I'm saying? The children have those too because right now we got more broken homes than anything, and it's not looking good. I mean, everybody's it's not acting normal no more. We got all these different diseases and pestilence and stuff in the air right now. Like everybody's being taken out with the quickness, and who wants to leave the planet heartbroken and not having no type of legacy for those who wants that? Because right now, a lot of us millennials, we're not really making the rules. It's really the baby boomers. They the ones who fucking failed us. They failed a lot of us, man. Like truth be told,
Why do you
all these
think
all these older
failed us?
guys. Check this out before you say that. All these older guys some of the older guys and some of the older women on here that's they hate both genders, hate the opposite genders. They're trying to pass it on to us and keeping this stuff going. That's why I don't listen to some of them other spaces. And they're taking advantage of a lot of broken men and stuff. That's why I call out the stuff and say the things that I say on here. Go ahead, Cookie.
But what I was saying is, why do you think the baby boomers failed us?
Well, we know Dr. Brown, man, this is really deep. With us, I know you have to read something with the Dr. King, the integration and stuff, and
yeah,
I think we have no generational wealth. We have no generational wealth. I always knew growing up something was wrong.
But I'm saying, how did they fail us in terms of relationships? How is that affecting us today? Because they only knew what was going on then, just like how we were taught to go to college. Well, we're not teaching our children that, because you don't have to go to college to make money anymore. The internet, no one knew that when 2000 came out, that the internet was going to change the way we make money, the way we interact with each other. Okay? No one knew it was going to have as much of an impact as it has. So they only could teach us what they knew. Now, I will say, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. They only can go off what they knew. Just like the same with us, we're only going off what we knew. And we got caught in a transition where like the old school way into the digital age right now. And everything was just like a shout out rate, like a paradigm shift. It's a shift that's going on right now between us. You know what I'm saying? Now we got to relearn everything that we wasn't taught. We got to do all this rebuilding stuff. Like, oh, we changing over. Now you got to do this.
We can learn the new ways of doing business, but we can stay at the foundational and the basic levels when it comes to family and relationship. Those things have not changed.
Right.
Fundamentally, those things have not changed. It should be one man with one woman. Like people just got greedy. People just got super greedy.
I say this though, and I can argue with this, to each his own. I leave it at that. But I hear what you're saying. All right. Because and there are people that are greedy and stuff, but it's like people have to be taught over again with the relationships and stuff, how everything's supposed to go, how we're supposed to stay together when the butterflies aren't there no more. Because it's like people are breaking up more than freaking microwaves and toasters. As I made a statement about that, how back then when stuff get broken, they fix appliances and stuff, their relationships. But now in this new generation, what they do when something get broken, they throw it away and they upgrade to a new one. That's what they do.
So those are case by case situations. A lot of the times, for instance, one of my grandfathers cheated on my grandmother so much, he humiliated her. He slept with her friends. He had kids when they were in their 50s that are now my age, right?
Wow.
I mean, why are we teaching women to stay with men like that? I disagree with you.
Now,
in relationships and fixing them. No, women.
If they cheat, you know what I'm saying? If they cheat, then okay, they supposed to divorce. I'm going to have to find the scriptures to that.
You can if you want to. Yes, you don't have to, but that is the reason biblically you can get out of your marriage. Correct. And I don't agree with teaching women that. I also, we disagree on this, but you made a video about AJ Johnson, and I turned around and made one on her too. Because a lot of the times men don't look at things from women's perspectives. Men don't want women to experience sexual pleasure. Throughout history, men have not. It's anytime a woman is being pleased and she's happy, you whore, you this, you 304, it's like, come on. Women have not experienced pleasure for a long time. It's been okay for men to sleep with a lot of women, but sometimes women need to have a period where they can sleep and conduct themselves as a single woman.
You said women have not had no sexual pleasure.
Most women do not have orgasms. No.
Well, I will agree with the mind stimulation thing, though. It's just, I hear a lot of guys just talk about, the busted nut thing, I guess you could say. Because nobody, certain women aren't designed to be with that particular person. You know what I'm saying? Or the man not supposed to be designed to be with a particular woman. And it's not gonna work out like that. You're supposed to be with somebody that you're equally yoked with.
Okay, and then you have to understand what equally yoked means too. A lot of people take that word and
Your mind
switch that up with compatibility. Equally yoked has nothing to do with
suitability.
compatibility.
Suitability. Suitability.
Because
Like
you can be equally yoked with a person and not like everything that they like. You don't have to have a million similarities in order for the relationship to work. You don't have to have you just really, in my opinion, you need you need similar goals. Like you don't have to like everything else that person likes. You need to
right,
bring your individuality to the table.
yeah, of course, everybody's gonna be different. I mean, the man and woman, of course. I mean, there's no doubt in that at all. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have what you like, and I'm have some things what I like, but at the end of the day, we do have a particular we have a common goal and stuff. Yeah, um we love each other. I mean, truth be told, me like the woman, I'm gonna say this: the woman can only love a man as if she respects him. You know, but I know this is a
Yes,
whole
and
nother
the
topic.
way that a man can gain a woman's respect is by being honest, having integrity, and trying and working hard. Those are the ways you're gonna gain a woman's respect. And being a man is standing up in situations when you're supposed to be standing up. A man knows that he leaves his mother and his father to go pursue his own relationship. So that means when you're in a relationship with a woman and the relationship is serious or period, even if you're just dating her, and your mom says something about the woman that you have chosen, you need to then turn to your mama and put your mama in her place.
See I'm gonna say this too. When you are married with somebody, you know what I'm saying, a mother, Bob talks about, you know what I'm saying, a mother, and a man should leave his mother and father, be with his wife, become one flesh, and the parents or anybody are not supposed to have any type of say so within your relationship. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Only God supposed to be in your relationship between, because He keeps things together, glued together.
But a
Not
lot
everybody.
of grown boys don't understand that. And they
And
let
that's
their mama run their household.
yeah. I know there's mama boys out there though. I mean, they don't need to have no type of say so. And I'm gonna tell you what I've been seeing to a lot of son husbands out there. I've been seeing that for like, man, so long, because when a man, like I say, he makes it to the so-called NBA or whatever, then you always got the mother that wants to just like, I mean, I understand supporting them, but at the same time, you kissing him, all this type of stuff, like he's your husband. Like, no, he ain't supposed to buy you no damn new house. That's supposed
No,
to be
you
your.
are not supposed to be expecting for your son to buy you
That's
no
supposed
house.
to be.
Buy your own house.
That's supposed to be your
Your
husband
man
job.
supposed to buy you a house, not your
Yeah, her
son.
man. Yeah, her man. Yep,
You know.
that's what's
Hey,
supposed to be.
deliberate.
What's up, delivery? You want to come on, deliberate? And Ray, I
And
got the link in
Ray.
the chat room.
Age of Aquarius. Devon. I saw Devon in here too earlier. I don't know if he's still here. I saw someone else in here.
Yeah, I know
Different
Ray's.
Same and King Wage.
But yeah, but you know what? And it's sad that when I do come across videos with some women saying that the man who's 30 and up that don't have no kids, there's something wrong with him. Like that's bullcrap. What, like, he just
Because
know.
it's like
I'm
you
gonna tell you.
you
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you because we see how the world is today, right? We're using a
mhm.
lot of discernment. Of course, some of us came across these men on fair time, channel stuff like that. But at the same time, I think for myself as a man, I'm saying like, okay, I see a woman, how she carry herself. She may have like 4 or 5 kids by different dudes, and like, okay, I'm not gonna talk to her. How she carry herself, her that mouth. She can be beautiful on the outside though, but wherever comes out her mouth, that's gonna automatically turn me off. So it's like, man,
Can I
that's
say
why
something really
it's
quick? I'm
difficult.
sorry. Can I interject you really quick?
Go ahead.
Interrupt you. I have a bad mouth. And it's only because when you do something you have no business. Like, how can you expect a woman to still be so nice to you after you've done something crazy to her?
And yeah, there are mess up, um, guys out there, like I said. But if I'm a man, if I know what's needs to be said, I'm going to say it because I know everybody's not going to agree with some of the things I may do. I'm have to be the best leader that I possibly can be. I may say, hey, this route may be better, and try to just trust me with this. Just trust me with this because if I'm a leader, I'm gonna make the best decisions that I possibly can.
And I think a lot of the times with women is we stay in relationships too long that we shouldn't be in. And again, I'll be honest. I was in a relationship with this guy post my divorce, and when I found out the man wasn't a man, I should have walked away, but I didn't. I wanted to. I'm a helper. I'm an empath, so I loaned him some money, right? And then when he didn't give my money back, but I had him sign a promissory note to let him know it was serious. I trusted that he would pay me back because I wanted to help him out. So I loaned him this money, and he did not pay me back on a date. And I come to him and I asked him about, okay, so when exactly are you going to pay me my money? He got an attitude with me. He got an entire attitude with me about asking about my money back or asking him about some type of payment plan. And it got bad because we had no issues until this money situation. Because I don't think he had any intentions on ever paying me. He paid me because I rode him so hard to where he had to pay me. So the relationship was rocky because he wasn't paying me my money. And okay, I'm a nice, sweet person until you screw over me. So guess what I told him? I don't care what you got to do to get my money. Sell your dick. I don't care. Pawn your
But
shit.
let me say this: he's
Give my
supposed to
money.
he was supposed to get his
Whoa.
own money for himself and not depend on a woman, though. That's what I'll say.
So because I said those things, you got a bad mouth.
He said that
And
to you?
Yes, he said you got a bad mouth.
Oh, that
What was I supposed to say? Because when I was saying it nicely, you didn't care about paying me my money back. So at this point, when I started talking like this, we're talking about 3 months over the date when you were supposed to give me my money back.
so the relationship wasn't really a relationship because money was entered into it. He signed the agreement with you, but he was not intending to pay it back because he's in a relationship with you. And when you start pressuring him about the money, it became more about a business transaction. And him being a man, he didn't feel that, you know,
Mm-hmm.
by you coming at him like that. Maybe eventually he thought he's going to return it to you other ways, by being a good provider for you, you
But
know.
he couldn't provide if he wasn't giving me nothing.
Can I say something?
hold
I
on,
understand what you
before
said.
y'all say something, let me say something real quick. Hey, Mars, if
Okay.
y'all see these trolls in the chat, man, block them on point. Block them. Go ahead. Continue.
I want to say this. I'm gonna be, truthful with you.
Go ahead.
As
Do your thing.
being a woman and being in a relationship, a long-term relationship, and made mistakes. Um, and just overall, just looking over life, money is not a provider. A man is a provider. Most women, they get it all messed up when they think it's money that provides for them. No, it's the man that provides. He provides on so many levels. Um, it's like if you being a single parent and you're making the money, you're taking care of your child, and you're just you being the provider. Now, a man may not pay much child support, may not pay any child support, but him being there is profound for your child, even in the long run, if he does not have the money or he does not pay child support. I'd rather have the man before I have the money. always. I'll take the man
But
over the
delivery,
money.
you gotta have money to live though.
There's ways to live without having the bank. You know what I'm saying? He can have the money. You know, you can guys can get together and work together to get the money. You can
No, I disagree with
yes.
that. If you
Well,
promise to pay me my
okay.
money, you need to pay me my money back. I don't want you paying me in dick. I
Okay.
don't want you paying me and picking me up. I got my
That
own car. Hell, I got enough money to buy me an Uber. I have enough
that
money to hire a
okay.
driver for
What
myself.
I'm saying that's what ruined the relationship because it was a
No,
business.
what ruined the relationship was him not keeping his promise.
Yes, and he was not intended to do that because he wanted to be a man in other ways. The money wasn't the issue.
Well,
If
he
you
should have
want,
told me that before he took my
yes,
money. You can't
and
deceive
that's
people
that's
like
that's
that
what
because
that's
I
what makes a
want
man not
money
a
back
man.
like I gave you. I don't want dick in exchange for my money because baby, your dick ain't good enough to get
It's
to not
it's
replace my
not just dick, honey. It's not just dick, but at the same time too, he was not being honest with you when he signed. He said he should say, "Hey, I don't tend to pay this back, but I'm going to be here for you. I'm going to support
but
you." You
but
know,
but deliberate. Do you see how beautiful I am? Do you think I have a hard time meeting men that's gonna be
no
there
one.
for me?
Let me tell you something, sister. It don't matter your look because all us sisters, we all can get a man regardless how we look. Believe me, we all can get a
But my
man.
point is,
We can get him on it,
I can have a man to be. I can have a man to take me out to eat every day of the week if I want
but
to.
that's not going to make you a relationship, sister. That's not going to make you a relationship. That's not going to
Well,
get the foundation
I'm
of a
not giving
relationship.
no man my money. I can't respect no man that take my
Exactly,
money and think he gonna
exactly.
pay me back in dick. I'm not. Or
No,
pay me back in
eh,
attention because I can get attention from any man. It's
but see,
plenty of
that's
men
what.
on YouTube that will sit here and talk to me if I want attention,
Yeah, yeah, and
and I ain't giving them
that's what
my
all the sisters
money.
are doing now. That's what every woman's doing these days. Is getting attention and getting dick, but they're not getting the relationship of a man. You know what I'm saying? They're not getting the fullness of a man. You know, it's not about money. For you, don't put your money in it. Let him be who he is. Accept him for who he is. You know, that was wrong for what he accepted your money and signed it and didn't agree to pay it back. That was wrong for him. But for you, do not give the man your money. Don't give him anything. Just let him give you who all he is. You know, let him show you who he is and what he can be. And as far as he didn't have the money, you working with him, find out what his ideals are, and you can get the bank. You know what I'm saying? Because he hasn't realized who he is or what he's capable of. You know who you are, and you realize who you are and what you're capable of. But he gonna need you to help him. That's what
I don't feel
a
like
help
a
maker
real
is.
man. I don't feel like a real man needs you to help them in the
Wait,
sense of
wait, 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 because this is a society that breaks us and makes us sick, and that we have to work together as a couple, as a people, as a nation, to be. You know what I'm saying? So you are developed. You know what I'm saying? Not every man or woman or child has the same opportunities or have the same ideal or insight that you have. So that's where your expertise come in to help build.
But the problem with that is these men have egos that are too strong to where you
Well,
can't
first of all,
build.
it's the men you deal with. It's the type of men, the ideal of men you deal with. You understand? Because there's some humble men out there that are willing to get in there and they don't have very much, but they're willing to work. If you're willing to work with them, they have ideals. You know what I'm saying? And they just need the love, you know what I'm saying? The fruits of the spirit to help build them, to get them going, fire. Like I said, you can't group all men together because there's some men that are not righteous.
Well, I'm just
They have
saying, in the long years I've been living, I don't find any like that. They all want to rule over me. And I mean, they can be from different backgrounds, different socioeconomic
be,
backgrounds, different races.
because
And
you
at the
know
end of
what
the
it
day,
is.
most men want to be a man. Most men want to be the man. They want to be the head. They want to be the leaders. But there aren't many out there that are humble that'll say, okay, baby, even in my marriage, I would tell my ex-husband different things. I would try to get
Because he didn't respect you. He didn't respect you. That's the definition of a man that does not respect you as a helpmate. You can come with the ideals all day and he'll shut you down or ignore you and think you're not. At the same time, too, most men want to rule you because you assert your authority. You are a very authoritarian woman. You know, you have ideals and you are you outspoken. You speak, you know what I'm saying? You speak outwardly, trying to get them to hear, and they don't want to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I said sometimes you got to just pull back and say nothing, give nothing, and see what he brings. Because you're already ready to bring. You want him to reciprocate what you bring. You want him to receive and understand who you are. And he's not. And most of these men you meet, they're not understanding who you are.
Yeah, they can't grasp my soul. They
Yes,
can't capture it. It's too
that's what
powerful for
that's
them.
that's what Kujan saying unequally yoked when he says that. That's what
Okay.
the word says when it says unequally yoked. They cannot receive you. You know what I'm saying? A
Mm-hmm.
man's supposed to love his wife, his woman. He's supposed to love her.
Eh,
He loves you, then you receive it. You receive it, you reciprocate it. And it goes
Gotcha.
back and forth. It just goes around in a circle. Keep going and keep going.
yeah, I'm gonna cut in though, man. What's up, brother Ray? Y'all speaking some real up
Oh,
there.
say yeah, my brother.
What's going on, Ray? He probably is, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, to what you were saying, deliberate, yeah. Because people get with unequally yoked people like every single day, and they wonder why their relationships are working. I'm not talking about you, Cookie. I'm not saying that. And yeah, there are treacherous people out there, but you know what I'm saying. You got to ask the Most High, like, hey, is this the person that's supposed to be for me? You know, because these days, right now, we're not really seeing a lot of. For us, me, I can speak for myself. We're not really seeing too much of a lot of real quality women out here these days as well. So both sides really got it bad. But truth be told, I'm gonna be totally honest. I think us for us men, we got it more better because it's the man that looks for the wife, not the woman looking for the husband.
Yeah,
We're the
find it
hunt,
a good thing.
we're the hunters though, because we just got done
Yes.
reading that tonight though, man. About the virtuous woman though, man. You know what I'm saying? Her, she's far more precious than rubies though, because a lot of men's not gonna really find that today. That's
No, because
difficult. That's more
let,
difficult to find
let,
a needle in the haystack.
let me tell you something. Uh, most of you brothers are not really truly looking. I'm telling you, I see the women in the comments. I see the women in the chats, and they follow you guys, and you're not really looking. And they get in your face and they tell you who they are and what they look like. They let you know their personality, and the brothers don't grab. You know, of course, we all been broken and we've been hurt. You know, the society is wicked toward us, but at the same time, too, you got to look through the hurt and the mess and find a woman, find us. You know what I'm saying? We're always there. Is
Hold that
that you
thought.
always looking? Okay,
Hold that thought real quick, deliberate.
okay.
What's up, Ray? I want to make sure you see which one you use.
Hey, I'm good. I'm here, man. My Bluetooth tripping, man. No, it's not really the Bluetooth, it's the Wi-Fi.
The
So if
Wi-Fi.
I cut in
Okay.
and out, yeah, then I just switched devices. So yeah, you just got the one avatar from the other device. So yeah, man, my bad, man.
That's all
So
good, man. It's all good, man. Yeah, appreciate what's going on. Go on, deliberate. I know you're gonna. We'll let you say your stuff
What was the point that I left off at? Because I got
about
sidetracked
us like
with the two rays.
us not finding like the virtuous
It's
woman
it, it's the
in this.
diamond in the rough. You know what I'm saying? She might not look the way you want her to look. She might not sound the way you want her to sound. Her body type might not be your body type. Her skin tone might not be her skin tone. You know what I'm saying? She may have her hair covered. She may not have her hair covered. She may have some tattoos. You know what I'm saying? She may look like the world, but she needs you to show her there's another way. You know what I'm saying? You need her to tell you, some of the brothers, that there's another way. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way we're gonna come together. If we really sit down and look at each other, talk to each other, and
That's
see
true. I agree with
where
you.
we're coming from. Where we're coming from. You know
A
what I'm
lot of
saying?
men pass up women for the
Yes.
wrong reasons. For the wrong reasons.
Because she got children or she's older. I'm
Or
saying
she
there's
not
all
looking away. She
But
not
guess what?
looking.
yes.
But guess what? Now I'm gonna say this though as a man though. Now me being a man, like I'm not putting any woman down that got kids though, but you gotta respect the fact that a man wants his own legacy, and that's what a lot of modern women don't understand though.
Okay.
That's
I'm,
like that's like hold on. That's like going
okay.
to. I'm not putting nobody down. Like I said, get that right. To any ladies
Oh,
out there listen. So it's like going to a restaurant, right? Everybody sit down. I sit down like everybody else. They get their full plate, ordered, everything freshly done. Now, would it be fair if they gave me a plate that's half eaten while everybody else get theirs freshly done? Is that fair to me?
okay. Right there. That's an unfair analogy of a woman with children. Okay, because we all just woke up. We all just woke up to who we are as a people. Okay, you know, like I said in a couple of the last live streams I had with you, had I known that sex is marriage, I wouldn't have been reckless with my marriage. You understand? I
Mhm.
have 3 children by 3 different men. That don't make me less qualified. Now, if I'm still able to produce for you, you hear
She
me?
can still
I'm
give
not
you
I'm not I'm not half done. I'm not done. I'm not half meal. You hear me? I'm a whole meal. I just
that's
showed you
right.
that I produced and I did not abort my babies and I'm taking care of my babies.
Which
That is a
makes
good
her
example
more
for you.
valuable than this woman over here with no kids. You don't even know if she can
How many
even have,
abortions she have?
you don't know how polluted her
Still,
womb.
I'm
But
gonna
I
say this.
respect
But
you as a
at the
man
same
the
time,
way
Let,
you
wait,
treat her.
Cookie, let me finish. Let me tell you. And she can still produce for you your legacy. By this, let me tell you something. That's why the society is the way it is because there's a lot of children out there not being raised by real men. They got
let,
these half-ass dads, and then they have no man in their life, no guidance, and they
they
would
do.
need you. Those
Let,
that's equivalent to orphans. Those children are equivalent to
let me say
orphans.
this. You're right. Let me say you're right. You're right about that. Now let me be honest with you though, and I want everybody to listen to what Cool Jen got to say. All right. I
All right,
want
could
y'all
you?
to listen though.
I
Now
got you.
to the men, let's be honest. Okay, since we're talking about this topic, men over 30, no kids. All right. How many of you all that you want to get to know somebody? Okay, she be a single mother, you like her, and you get to know her, and you ask her, does she want kids? And truth be told, 95% of the time they'll tell you that I'm done having kids though. So what's going to be in it for me? I mean,
Well,
I
guess
go to
what?
somebody else who don't have no kids. That's
That
why
that's
men are have to be wise choosers though. A lot of us have to be
She may
because
say that in the beginning, and then she may change her mind after she see how great
but
of a person and how consistent you are.
but and check
but
this
at the
out. That,
same
that may
time
that may
too.
be the case. That may be the case.
At,
But
at, at the
the
same
same
time too,
time,
my
truth be
brother.
told, I want to say this. But truth be
Okay, go
told
ahead.
though, as a man, like I said, for my generation, that's why I ain't got no kids yet. Because I could come across
It's
and I have
children.
yeah, and I have came across women like that. Oh, I'm having, I already have like enough kids though. I just want to be married. And y'all hear this stuff on the K to the I to the S, and some of these other dating coach shows I don't watch them,
Well,
but
what?
you all hear it. You hear it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of men got their stories and stuff out there though, man. Like real
But
talk.
but but I'm saying that's the wrong place. You should be listening to that anyway, because that
I
is
know that.
toxic.
I know that it is
And
toxic. It is toxic. I don't listen to it, but I have
and
heard stories.
and at
And
the same time
I'm
too.
a living witness. As a
Yeah,
man, I'm a living witness to that because I've experienced single mothers who said that they don't want no kids though, but they want the man though. So guess
yeah.
what? As a man, I will always be last. You know what I'm saying? Before her
No,
children.
you won't. No, you won't.
Yes,
No,
I
you won't.
will. Yes, I
No, see,
will.
you speaking that on yourself. Don't speak that on yourself, my brother. Don't speak that on yourself. First of all, don't speak that on
I just
yourself.
deal, check this out. I just deal with reality. I
No,
accept
but
reality for
that's
who it
that's
is.
that's reality, but that's not Abaya's truth for you. You understand that? That's the world's reality, but that's not Abaya's truth for you. Yahweh Shai's truth for you. It's written in the Bible what it's supposed to be like, and what it should be like, and what it's going to be like. And you gotta hook onto that belief. You understand? If you keep saying those things and thinking that's the reality that's going to be for you. You
And
understand?
then
You got to change your mindset.
how do you know that you can even have children at this age? This is what I'm saying. I respect the fact that Cool Gent doesn't want to have children with some. He doesn't want to have
That's
he doesn't
that's
want
admirable.
he doesn't want to have a relationship with someone because he doesn't have any children. Yes, you can say that, okay? But here's the thing: a lot of black women have to accept men that have children, and we don't run from them. Okay, like I just told you about my college sweetheart and my ex-husband had a child. I was childless. I got married at 28, had my first child at 29. My stepfather can't have children. We were his only children he was ever going to receive.
Check this.
Okay,
Oh, go ahead.
so he got an opportunity. God blessed him with an opportunity to
That's a
even have
blessing.
someone to take care of him and to think about him because he can't even have children. And how do you know you can even have children?
Oh, I can have children. Trust and believe, though.
Okay.
Now, let me ask
So-
y'all this, though. Let me ask y'all
Well, I
this.
hope
Hold
so.
on. Yeah, it's true. I can. Let me make sure y'all this, though. I can put all the women on the panel got children right now. Let me ask all y'all this. Who gets the big piece of chicken first?
You do.
You.
Come on. That's evident. The man
And not
gets
only
it.
that, but I'm only gonna deal with a mature man that know, hey, let's get these kids fed first. It doesn't matter what order, long as he eating. But yeah, my man gonna get the most because he providing financially. If he
He's
providing financially,
he's not. It's not even providing financially. It's him providing. Period. Because I mean, the frequency of a man, all that he brings, it is not necessary. The world can't explain it. How he does it. We look in the world's eyes what a man should be doing, how he should provide. But Kujan,
I hear
I want to go back.
Man, but
Hold
I
on.
personally cannot respect a man that is not paying bills. I don't want your dick. I don't want your time.
No.
I don't want you chauffeuring my kids around. I could do all that for my children.
Like I said, sister, our brothers they're made. We're made people. We are the foundation. We have skills in our blood. So
Correct.
all he needs to do, you can help him find his skills, his niche. It's in our blood. I'm telling you. You just need to help him.
An ego that's too bad that will understand that I am a helpmate and I'm showing him ways to make the money because I didn't already proven that I can get to the bag.
Okay.
If he will humble himself and know and trust that I'm never gonna tell anyone that it was my idea, you know.
Yeah.
Like with my ex-husband, I used to have to spin it to him different ways. So then he would turn around and say the same shit I had just said and be like, yeah baby, you're right. You came up with that. But we all know I came up with the idea.
Yeah, that's the helpmate. At the same time, too, you have to appear to be humble because a man won't receive you at all if he thinks that you have more information than he do. They just don't like the smart woman.
I'm tired of dumbing my damn self down.
You don't have to dumb yourself. You just gotta humble yourself and say hey and give him time to think about it. Because at the same time too, you gotta find you gotta find that man. And at the same time too, these men are being broken. Like we've been broken. But Kujan, I want to say to you, okay.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, I want to say I'm gonna go back a little farther. You say the woman with the child that don't want to have the child. Kujan, are you a polygyny? Do you believe in polygyny?
Yeah, I believe polygyny. Now, what you said before that, though? What you said before that? I want to hear it again.
That you said that you don't want the woman that said she wants a child, that she's done with having children.
I'm not against single mothers, though.
Okay, then. So at the same time, too, she says that she probably got her tubes tied. You know what I'm saying? Or she's probably damaged or something. And just like Cookie said, you have to give the woman time, and her wound is still open. She's capable of having your children. But at the same time, too, you are in polygyny. You believe in polygyny. Then you, my brother, have multiple opportunity to have children, not just from her.
I can't speak. I don't.
And you have a legacy.
Yeah, I don't speak for every man out here. You know what I'm saying? I know what I want. So I do believe in marriage. That's just my thing. That's me. How I was raised, stuff like this. It's innate in me as a man.
Marriage is sex. Sex is marriage.
It is. And what I was saying that, damn, I forgot my frame of thought. But anyways, we all know what we want. We all know what we want as men. And yes, you all are supposed to be our helpmates. And that what we see today, it's like we're not really getting the results because we've been programmed with all this trash and stuff that we see now. Like I stay to myself, truth be told, because I'm like, man, it's bad out here. It's bad out here.
But that's why you're not finding. You have to get the she's called. You have to go through and find and the pressure before she becomes the diamond. You know what I'm saying? You got to go through the roughage to find her. Because I'm saying you men are focused looking at certain things and they're missing them. I mean, I went back on some of your live streams and I saw some sisters that probably was interested in you, my brother. It's just a matter of you just looking past and hearing. There's a communication that's off between the man and the female. You know what I'm saying? We're programmed to listen to the world, how the world says a man and woman should be with each other or what they should be looking for. You know, and the money is the issue. I'm telling you, people and days before I was born, even the time I was born, I see men and women work together. You know, husband and wife work together. I've seen a community work together with little to no money and came up. You know, it was not the money. The money's not it should not be an issue. You know what I'm saying? But it's an issue that destroys us. You know what I'm saying? We all want to be material. We want to look like the Joneses. You know what I'm saying? But we don't want to be the way we should be with each other. That's how Greenwood grew, because we work together. It's not what you have or what you don't have, is what we can do together and what we can bring up together. And that's what we're missing as a community, as a people, as a nation. You know, we're looking everywhere else, but we're not looking at each other properly. You know, we're sitting there pointing fingers and saying, you're not, you can't be, you're not what I want. You know what I'm saying? But we need to really look at each other and say, hey, I want you, but I see that you're this way and this is going on. But can we work somewhere in the middle? You know what I'm saying? Can we work on these goals here? This is the template. This is the Bible. And I want to work on this right here, you know, to build our community, to build our home. You know, can we work on this? You know, she says yes or no. You got to feel her and understand who she is, where she's coming from. You know, you sisters, you got to feel him where he is, where he's coming from. You know, we got to build. And that's when we're going to build is we got to have a foundation. And the Bible for me is the foundation I'm going to go with, you know. That's all.
Yeah, I feel what you're saying. What's up, JT? What's going on with you, bro?
Peace to everybody, to your families in the chat. All I can say, man, we gotta get together, man. We're losing time. That's all I can say, man. Losing time.
Yeah,
we're definitely losing time.
Definitely losing time. The time is everything.
Wait. No, we're not losing no time. We just woke up. Up. So time is on our side because Abaya says it. He's got a whole kingdom for us. So all we just need to do is take the time to communicate with one another. And stop saying that there is no, where's the Psalms 31 woman? Cookie's a Psalms 31 woman. I'm a Psalms 31 woman. All the daughters of Zion are Psalms 31 woman. We just have not been realized. We have not been working in our skills who we are. You know what I'm saying? Where's that righteous brother? Kujan's a righteous brother. What's your name, brother? I never say your name.
Number one finder.
Number one finder. Grinder. He is a righteous brother. Rayology is a righteous brother. You know what I'm saying? So we can't just get on these other panels and say where they at and we can't find them. We're right here in each other's face. It's just a matter of knowing who's single, who's spoken for now, and who's looking.
But
that's all.
You know something? It's full of pride between a lot of us, man. Like, truth be told.
Let's break that down. Let's break it. Let's get in each other's face and talk about it.
There's a lot of pride.
Let's talk about it.
So, man, you know, who makes the most money? You know what I'm saying? Just the material things. It's a lot.
Put that stuff down. Put that stuff down. Take that. Do like Yahushua did. Turn that damn table over. Turn that damn table over and say, "Hey, let's start all over. Let's start all over."
We got somebody that don't have necessity things. They have a foundation, but they don't have certain things. But you know what? I can't do no with you because you don't have such. There's a lot of people these days. They don't know the understanding of building from the bottom up and get to know. They don't want to put in the work. They just don't.
Well, if they don't want to put in the work, next.
It really, yeah, next, or it really just depends. That's that person's preference, and they built themselves. They have the right. Just like Cool Jen said, he don't want to be with somebody that have children. I understand that, but here's the thing: like for me, no, I can't be with a man that don't have a car. No, I can't let you drive one of my cars.
Sister,
No,
let me go right. Let me hit you right there. Let me hit you right there. I've been with a man that don't have a car. I'm gonna tell you something. I would be with him again with no car because that tells me that he's willing to get up and walk to work. That's dedication to me. That's something that does something to me. You know what I'm saying? That makes me love him more because he's willing to do things without, and he's willing to show you that he's not able to do it, but with a car, but he's gonna do it without a car. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna make it happen with because he doesn't have a car. He's gonna make it happen 10 times more. You
yeah, I
know,
would be
it
miserable. That wouldn't work out for me though.
yeah, but I'm saying that's where you miss out, sister, because he could be the man
Well, I
of
don't
your
mind
life.
missing out. I don't mind missing
See,
out because I
that's your preference.
at
That's
my
that's
age, I'm just being honest with myself with who I can respect and
May me tell you something, sister. Tomorrow can come and you can lose all your bank, you can lose all your livelihood, and
oh
you be
no,
poor. And you
oh
be
no.
poor. Oh no,
Mm-mm.
this is life, honey. This happens
God
every
has
day
shown
to
me,
everybody.
God has
That
shown me the
happens
way
every
that
day.
I love him. I ain't never gonna go without. He's already shown me that I'm never gonna go without, and I never have
I
because of
want
my
to.
Oh,
faith and because of my love for him. I'm never gonna go without. I'm
yeah,
never going to not
you're
have.
not gonna have to go without, but this can happen. I'm telling you,
Oh
this
yeah,
time
but if
and
I
day, it
lose
can
it,
happen.
the piece that I have on the inside, the piece that I have on the inside, I'm gonna be okay with it. But he's
Yes,
already
and
shown
he
me that I'm never gonna go without. I'm so blessed. I'm so
Let me
materialize material.
I
check
come
this.
with so much favor, not only material, the
Okay,
inside
okay,
too.
sister.
I
I'm
come
gonna
with
tell
so
you
much
something.
favor. Any man, anybody that come into my life, come up. Any you can talk to any of my friends, any of them just being around me. Great things happen to them just for being around me. Just
Well,
from
we're
them
talking
just
about
being
material things. Material things is
no,
like
not
vanity.
material
They
things.
go.
The lessons that I teach them when I teach them how I fell in love with God, how it
Yeah.
worked out for me. Not
So
only
so
material is what I'm speaking of.
okay, sister. So why you put that on the man?
What do
What
you
do
mean?
you think? What do you why? Because he can bring so much more to you too. He don't have to have the material thing
Look,
either. Because he can be
listen,
a blessing too.
if he loved God and he was
Uh
doing what
huh.
he was supposed to do, he wouldn't be without, just like how I'm not without. He would not be. And
What?
at the age that I'm at, you need to come. If I can work hard as a woman, if
That's
I
what I'm
can work
saying.
hard as a woman, if I can love God as a woman, and God can give me this as a female, imagine what he can give to a man that's going to be providing for a family or the community.
This whole thing right there. The society has beat our men down where they have less. You understand that
They
they're
don't
lacking in these things.
try. They don't.
No,
Hey,
see,
hold on.
you're lumping them all in
Hey,
together
hold on. Let me say
because
this.
there are some.
Hold on, ladies.
You're lumping them all
And I got
together.
and I got a scripture for that too.
You're
And it
lumping
talks
them all
about
together. Go ahead, Kujin.
and it talks about how a woman should compass a man. In compass a man, meaning that a woman is like making more all the stuff. They in higher positions than the man right now. Like that's what
Mm-hmm.
we're seeing out here right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah.
And guess what? And guess what? Putting our best foot forward as men out here is not never enough for millennials or the women coming up because that's what they've been programmed with by this Americanized wicked ass system we live in. They don't like when men come up. They don't want us to rule. That's why they try to keep us broken down, keep us separated.
Who don't want y'all to
It's not
It's,
us.
it's,
It's a society. Okay.
rule? Who don't? How do I not want y'all to rule?
let me find the scripture. I got to get this out, man. I got to
Because
get this.
let me tell you this.
It's nothing. It's nothing new under the
I don't
sun.
I don't want men to not step into their place. I would love to not run two businesses. I would love to just be a mom to my children and take them to school and do all that type of stuff all the time with them. I would love to lay down and give this away to someone.
But guess what? Let me say this too. See, a lot of modern women want us to be what they want us to be. You know what I'm saying? And they put down like a lot of men that work in particular jobs in different fields and stuff. You know what I'm saying? If you're not a white collar worker, you're less than of a person. Says the hell who? Says the hell
I've never said that.
because we see a lot of that shit that's going on, man. A lot
But
of this shit that's going on.
a man, if he wants respect, he needs to bring something. You can't be riding a bike and coming to a woman like me with an 800 credit score and want me to bow down to your ass. You can't. It's not happening.
Let me hold on. Let me make some cookie. Now, who invented the cars? Who invented vehicles? Man or woman?
Men
I'm not
did.
being sexist.
Men
So, okay, so before this, then, were the women way back on time, biblical times, looking for men with cars? Yes or no?
No, but they were looking for men that had something. The man had to work for it. Let's go.
Hey, Cool Jan, if you don't mind me interjecting, because I've been
go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bang.
Yeah, my signal. Y'all know me. I'm prolific, and I've been hearing it, and of course I've been in and out. But I'm gonna say this because I hear everybody's perspectives, and feel free, let me know when I could chime in because I'm gonna be here. But my thing is, okay. Well, here's the thing, and I'm just being unbiased, indifferent.
Ahead, do your thing, bro.
Okay.
Do your thing, man.
Rolls-Royce, when he first built the Rolls-Royce, his idea of building a Rolls-Royce was not to build a rich car for rich people. He just wanted to build the best car in the world that was the most reliable. And that's what happened. And he had nothing to his name. He had no car. He had nothing. He had no bike. He had nothing. But he had that vision. And he actually built the best car in the world at that time. So all this to really say, as long as a man has a vision, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's it. Because a lot of times, a lot of what I think the modern feminine do is they throw all these expectations on real men
based on what society says, based on what they give you in the movies,
His dirty draws, especially when he took them draws off for her. You gotta be that way for the same man who has a vision and he putting in the work, but he's still, he's building up what to show for it. But he has that vision. It's all about that vision at the end of the day. Without vision, the people perish. You know what I'm saying? So, and obviously, just to kind of round this up, like it's just sad that even the story of Rolls-Royce today, it became the rich person's car, but it's really based on the idea that it was the best car because that's what he had in mind. It's like we got to get past the material things and get back to the material things, like its essence. You see what I'm saying? Like we got
a woman that got a vision, and that's all y'all got, and y'all build together. Don't go.
You said a woman.
Don't go for women like me. Don't come after women like me.
You said, what about a woman with a vision?
Go for another woman. Go for a woman that has a vision and nothing else, just like you, and that will be beautiful.
Oh yeah. But see, and that's the thing. And I heard what you're saying with that. But like for me, like I believe, like at the forefront, the man has to have the vision, and she must visualize his vision. You know what I'm saying? Because if you have two people that have visions, it's going to distort the vision. It's going to distort what needs to be the vision. And that's what the conflict is. So there has to be the balance. Yeah.
Okay. So two visions make the division. Divide the vision, divides. So the man has to be the lead for the work because he is the lead. So you have to catch on to his visions and help push his visions.
Yeah.
Like you did in the past. You did in the past, and it didn't work because he did not want to receive your help. So you have to step back and let him realize.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Now,
a silence. We're thinking.
Yeah.
No, I'm reading the scripture. I was gonna say so. I'm reading scripture.
Okay.
But
y'all definitely have to.
Doesn't God speak to women too? But God don't speak to women.
Oh yeah, He speaks to us over and abundantly. But at the same time too, we have to realize we have to pull back. He's got to be the one, you know what I'm saying, that has to do the leading. We got to help him.
Well,
It,
that's key what you just said. Like the way he speaks to women is different than how he speaks to men.
Man, it's
See,
totally different.
it's yeah, and it's based on still this.
So you're telling me that it was wrong for Madam C.J. Walker. God gave her a vision, right? She should have just waited for a man and just sat on that and just
no,
waited, man.
We didn't
no,
say
girl. Psalms 31. We work. We still work. But at the same time, too, we help our man with his vision. We help him be the head. We help him realize who he is.
Anyone
It's like he help us realize who we are.
Anyone who knows the history of Madam C.J. Walker, she couldn't keep her man either. Why? Because of his ego. So,
Well, you know, that's the thing, though. Here's the
maybe
thing.
it was given to her. Maybe it was given to
Well,
her. Maybe he should have been working with her.
No.
well,
No.
Oh,
that's
well,
the
a man
thing
doesn't
with
follow. Go ahead.
yeah, the thing is that you have exceptions, but that doesn't dismiss the obvious. You know what I'm saying? And so the problem is that it seems like these exceptions have been more looked upon than the obvious of what it needs to be. And that's the problem with society. So even if you have what you would call nowadays leading women, if you will, that's actually not the way it's supposed to be. Like, and then I want to actually, before I know y'all gonna be chopping it up, I know, but I wanted to really make sure I understand the topic of this live stream. Like, what was the actual? I know the name of the topic, Cool Jim, but like, you just really pointing out about like the fact that a dude like at a certain age still being sweated upon for not having kids yet and things like that.
Right.
Me too.
Okay. Yeah.
Well,
you say you two number one. So.
Yes. And other things too.
There are so many women out here. It's so perplexing to me how y'all have not met any good women. And when women outnumber the men in huge numbers, how have you not met any good women out of all these women you've dated?
Oh, okay. Yeah, but see, let's do this though. Let's do this. I heard what you're saying, Cookie, but let's don't I know you may making a generalized statement, but let's not personalize by saying you or y'all. Cause see, like, you know, because my thing is, I'm pretty sure
I'm not personalizing. I'm saying men over the age of 30.
You know what it is?
30. Because men, we've already established earlier that men have control of marriage. Men are supposed to go after women because I don't teach women.
I hate that I got bad coverage.
I don't teach women to shoot they shot, right? So if everything is in the control of the man, I'm saying to men that are over the age of 30, you mean to tell me you've lived in the United States, or even if you've traveled, you mean to tell me that you've met all of these women and you ain't found one that's worthy of marriage?
You know what it is? We don't think between the head between our legs. We think with the brain up here in our head that the Most High gave us.
Amen. At the same time, reason why there is these three gentlemen, these three righteous brothers don't have children right now is because women outnumber men, and half of the women, and I would say more than half, are not qualified for their seed. Bottom line, more than half of the women outnumber men and more than half.
Biblical proportions at this point.
Because we're all together, we're 1/3, and women are still number women. Wait, sister. Wait.
Women that's worthy of your seed.
Women, even the 1/3 women are not qualified. Half of the 1/3 women are still not qualified for their seed. This is the development process. We just all woke up to who we are and what is expected of us. We are now know that we're the people of the Bible. And so the 1/3 still of the women that are qualified to meet them is not qualified right now because they're not developed. Yeah. These men are all developed. These men are developed. I listened to them. They're developed. They're ready. But it's not the wife, the one. No, it isn't. It isn't. Now, at the same time, too,
all these discussions with all of these women, like she just said earlier, she and I are both Proverbs women, right? But you don't want us because I've been married. I got 2 kids by my ex-husband. Okay, so you don't want me, right? But I'm saying you're meeting all of these women in these spaces that are educated, that are smart, that are woke, okay? Women that know who they are. And you mean to tell me not one of those women qualify to
Well,
have a
see,
child?
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna
you
tell
see,
you
they
why though.
hold on, Kujan.
Go ahead,
See,
go ahead.
they did qualify them. They did be with them. Don't say these men are virgins. What men cannot be virgins. These men sold their
Fact.
oats. They just didn't lay their seed. They didn't plant their seed. They did have marriage. Those marriages failed because these women were not quality. They walked out. Most of these women walked out on these men, on these brothers. I bet you
That's
nine
facts.
times out of 10, most of their relationships, these women walked out on them. Not
Hmm.
that they walked out
It's
from the
true.
woman.
It's
And,
true.
Right.
And so
That's true.
they have to do some healing, and they're still looking, but they're gonna pull back some because these women are not qualified for our brothers. And this is why they do not have children right now. And Most High said he dry up the wound. And this is how the wound is dried up by the man not giving seed. What's giving seed right now is the unrighteous man. That's why we are women have multiple children by multiple men, or just have a been with one man and have several of his children, but he's not in the home because he's not righteous. That's the only one who's really seeding the children these days. Majority of these children are the unrighteous man.
Mm-hmm.
and let me say this though too, sister, that you have to understand, shoot, that there are quite a few men has suffered losses of their child.
Mm-hmm.
That is not that
Abortion.
the abortion, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because let me tell you this. Cool J, he heard, but I'm gonna tell you this, right? I was with this young lady, right? This was I was living in New York. We lost a child, right? I suffered. Nope, it had nothing to gate about what's going on with the woman. Nothing. I don't know it. I'm not a woman, but I'm talking about the support. I didn't get the support,
Mm,
the
Mm.
hurt, the
mm,
betrayal.
mm-hmm.
It stays with you. And you know what? You can't
Mm.
even talk to certain, even some brothers, because they laugh at you.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
I can
Facts,
tell you
man.
like this: since 2009. It's not just one day I don't think about my late son.
Mm.
And
Man.
you know what? And then so when I hear these talks that brother don't have this and brother don't have that, I could say the same thing about that woman. You don't have this and you don't have that. But get back to my son. I ain't get no there's no outlet for me. There's no outlet for the brothers. And you
yeah.
know what happened? They get I didn't get bitter because I rely on God, so it helped me. But what about
Mm-hmm.
other brothers out here who doing that? I not even know brothers right now, right this minute, and I'll be 56 within my age group. Find out 2 or 3 years later that they wife abort their child, that they
Mm.
girl
It's the
abort their
truth.
child,
Ooh.
18, 19 years.
Mm.
Man.
And
Mm-mm-mm.
then and he stepped up. All right, let's do the right thing. I have a friend right now that he telling me everything. He said, and then one of them, the mother knew about it. You
True
mean
story.
that's my child? You bought my child. You didn't tell me. He don't have no relationship. There ain't no lineage of nothing. He can go. I could tell you. I could tell you one thing. We grew up together in New York, and we live in. He moved the same. He moved this town I'm at right now. Town right now. He's a lawyer, and then his mother lived maybe 25 minutes. So even the same town. We can get in the car right now. He said, "Oh, I don't want to go past that bitch house." Just like that. He's
That's a
hurt.
lot of hurt and pain. Yeah.
It's hurt and
Oh.
pain. And it was deliberate. So I'm just saying this. When we going to have a conversation on that?
A
Mm-hmm.
lot of women don't even know that men even care, especially like men that they're not in relationships with. I do have some friends that are in marriages and they have had abortions in marriages with their husband because of they don't love God enough. So they worry about financial situations. Or one of my friends, her husband, strung out. He's strung out. So she don't want to bring more kids into their marriage because they already have 3 that he's not helping her with. And she's dealing a lot with helping with the marriage and helping with the children
That's
and helping
what
with
we call unequally yoked.
and helping
But
with
see,
his
I think that's still I
don't
think
want
that's
to
still
have
a
any more kids. She
circular.
just recently had a divorce because she don't want to have any more children with her husband because she's dealing with his sobriety issues.
That's what we
Yeah,
call unequally yoked.
I think to be honest though, it's still all circular in many ways. So what I mean by that is that it does go back to what you said, deliberate once again about how some of the gals are still having kids with unrighteous guys. You know, they haven't
Mm-hmm.
been brought up to have
Mm-hmm.
and procreate and have a family with the righteous man, and he being the lead with the seed. You know, this has been going on for generations. So hence the astronomical statistics of the 50% and the 40s and the 80% of et cetera. You know, and it's
Mm-hmm.
going to take a few generations from now to reverse this process.
Yeah,
And
but you
so
know,
that
You, you know,
the even the men of these times probably won't be able to have children as they desire, but they're passing on wisdom for hopefully the next generation to try to restart that process. You know, even though we are living in certain times right now, but there's going to be, I hate to say it, you know, they talk about the lost generation, right? But no
Yes.
one talks about the quote unquote black lost generation, you know, and this is
Mm-hmm.
part of that right now.
but I'm saying that we had those conversations, bro. You know what I'm saying? I hear these conversations all the time, and we should. But what about what I've been through and other brothers that I'm saying like what happened to me and brothers no years later that this woman took his child away from him. When are we gonna have these conversations? Because listen, this is what I'm saying. If we willing to have the conversation we just talking about, brother Ray, I hear what you're saying, and you absolutely right. We gotta have the conversations that other brothers are going through too. And us men, we need to step up and support them. If not, you are an enemy to me, you are an enemy to the family, and even women too.
Yeah.
Because
True.
I can tell you, because it's happened a whole lot.
yes, sir.
It happened a
Yeah.
whole lot. And it seems like a lot of us, men, I'm a lot, quite a few men and women is deliberately turning their back until it happened to them. And when it happened to them, do not come to me. Because I ain't got nothing to say. And they are brothers, good brothers out here that are
Well,
fighting.
you have
I,
something to say,
I want
and
to add something.
when they
Let me
do
add.
come to you, you have something to say, and you have wisdom to say it to them. You have every right to say it to them. You have wisdom to say it to them, and then you still got time. Just like you brothers still have seed, you can still see. You know what I'm saying? You can still. So you have time to speak to them and tell them so they can turn away from their wicked ways. You know?
And I want to say this too, man. I'm gonna tell y'all ladies this too. There's a lot of us men, a lot of men out here, 30s, say 20s, 30s, 40s, or 50s, that are suffering in silence right now as we speak. That's why a lot of us come on these platforms to say what we say because nobody gives a damn about us black men.
No,
No,
that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. That is not true at all. I have sons, and I do not want them to go through what you brothers go through. That's why I'm there for them. I'm speaking to them all the time. So
And
that's
that's
not true. I
cool.
give 100% all my energy toward seeing my brothers, my sons, my uncles, all men, righteous men, heal. You know what I'm saying? So don't say that we don't know that you're not feeling good and you're not doing well because you hold a lot in and you don't speak to us about these things. So when you speak to us about these things on the soft side, instead of hating us, talking about what we ain't and what we ain't doing as a group of you lump us all in and say that we are not. We can hear you when you're in pain because you're speaking about what you don't like about us. Tell us what you're feeling. You know what I'm saying? Tell us what you're feeling so we can hear you and we can help heal. You know what I'm saying? Because
Hey,
we
check
women,
this
we're
out.
going to speak about it.
I get
Check
what
this
you're
out,
saying,
though.
but
And
but
I
it's
have
not a
been
lot.
dragged
But
through
it's
the
not a
mud
lot
by
of
black
you
men,
say.
and I
Not a
have
lot of
not
your
turned my
sisters
back
saying
on
that.
y'all.
That's the
Well,
problem.
hey, I was gonna say this too. I think, and a lot of these guys that I think have decided to be coping, because I believe it's coping, when a lot of them don't want kids and things like that. To be honest,
Children.
I think, well, well, just let me speak. So
Okay.
my thing is that um, a lot of guys probably would not want to admit, but I believe low key, a lot of them see that the greatest failure that they've had in this life was not being able to have a family because of the way the world is today.
I agree
You
with
know,
that.
deep down inside, yeah, deep down inside, every man wants to have that family. And we see the way the world is, and it's like, that just, you see the plights of what other guys, it's not even just, I think, a personal thing that a guy just feels that way. He sees what other guys have been through, and he's like, well, dang, I see the pain of not having kids, but I do see what this other guy went through with his kids. So it's just you walk in that paradox every day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
You see,
understand that. But me and Cookie, we have not given up on you guys.
No, and I
You
have
know?
been treated bad by black men. Been treated bad by black men, and I still will date y'all.
Yeah.
but you know what's
Same
but
here.
you know what's sad? You know what's sad? By the time so like a real brother that's been raised right, not saying we're perfect, we get to you all, and I'm not
No,
saying
that's see, there you go, stereotyping.
no. Listen to what I'm saying now.
Okay.
Listen to what I'm saying. But by the time we get to you all wouldn't give us a chance because you've been broken by so many men, and a lot of
Mm.
modern women get with the unrighteous men and been danced by them so bad to where like just to have an excuse to say that there are no more good brothers out here. Tell me I'm lying.
So
Tell
the
me if
thing
I'm lying.
is, we need to shut that down. We need to shut that down and just meet and talk. I'm saying we need to talk. We need to stop saying what our pain. Yeah, we have pain. We can speak about the pain, but we need to say we need to move past the pain and let's look for the future because this is what I want and this is what I'm looking for. Can we meet here? Can we do this? This is the Bible and this is how I want to live my life according to this.
Well, actually, Deliberate, you answered your own question. You didn't realize it. You want to know what it is?
Go ahead.
It's not about talking anymore.
Mm,
It's past that stage now. Talking is
mm,
just going to lead to more arguments.
okay.
So I think with men that are righteous, they're seeing the future of how they want a family, how they believe they want a woman to be part of that family. And I believe a lot of guys are universal with that thought. I don't think you're going to find too many righteous men that will low key be manipulative. But I believe moving forward, guys will continue to set the standards and benchmarks of what it means to have a family, especially if he's in that position or opportunity to do so. And hopefully, whoever, whether you have kids already or not, you know, will fall in line with that. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's gonna be that, especially for the polygyny side of it. Because see, especially for the one who has kids already. And then I heard what you said earlier, Cookie, about how your father, the one that ended up raising you up because he wasn't able to have kids. Now, that is an exception. That was definitely an exception, but those exceptions still can't override the obvious. This, we see the majority. There's a lot of guys out here with the potential of having kids versus just a few that don't. So a man still has to have the mindset of being prepared to have a family just in case
So let
one
me
of those
raise
good
this.
old boys do slip through the egg. You know what I'm
Let me,
saying? So a man has to
let me
have
raise
he
this
has to have the
question.
mindset of a family, even if he doesn't have kids of his own. A man in his mind
Children.
has to have the mindset to be ready to have a family.
So these men are saying they righteous men, righteous men. Are y'all sleeping with? Are these righteous men still sleeping with women and just not committing to them? Does that make you righteous if you still sleeping with women and you not committing to them?
Well, I think these I want to I'm just happily thinking these brothers are not sleeping with women because marriage is sex is marriage. And so they're holding their seed and looking, but not really looking.
But are you sleeping with women? and
No, they're not.
you
They
married?
can't
You
be
call
because
yourself- you calling
they
yourself
cannot
right?
be.
You sleeping? I want to hear from the men. Are you sleeping with these women? Are you sleeping with women and not committing to them?
Hello,
that's
one,
not
two, three,
what. Yeah,
brothers.
that's not what polygyny is. Polygyny is not about
I'm
sleeping
not
with
talking
women
about
and not
polygamy.
committing to.
I'm saying deeming yourself righteous. Deeming yourself righteous. Are you sleeping with women and not committing to them? And then saying,
See,
oh, well, I didn't sleep with you. I didn't
but
sleep
see,
with you.
that's the thing. That's the other thing though.
I
Like
didn't
you,
sleep with you
I
till
think
the time you ain't good enough to have my seed, but you was good enough for me to jump up and down inside of you.
well, that's the thing though. Cookie, hear me out, hear me out. But once
Right.
again, you might not realize it, but when you still add this idea that that's a righteous man behaving that way, that's not a righteous man behaving that way because righteous men do not behave that way.
That's all I was
Well,
asking. That's all I was
well,
asking.
see, yeah, let the brother talk. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. I want the brother to get into it because I'm gonna say this for me, I'm single. I live by myself. All right, I'm not in no committed relationship. I'm not in, any of that. And the bottom line for me is this: that if you strive to be righteous, yeah, you're gonna be imperfect. It's imperfect. It's gonna be within. Yes, yes, it is. But I'm saying like this that we have to get back to commitment. And we have to understand that no matter what, we still gotta work, together to get it right. And as for me, that's my life. But I would never in my life to question anybody that is striving to be righteous, that is striving to strive better, to be better. That is not my space, and it's not my part to do that. Only I can say like this: if you strive to be better, and you want to have better, especially one thing, as long as you strive to have a better relationship with God first, that's important. Yeah, that's number one. That's important. But if you working to make the steps to be a better you, everything else will follow. But understand this: if you with that person, there are
Purposely.
trials and tribulations that you have to go through, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. And I fall back.
All right, I hear what you're saying. Man, what's going on, Brother Steve, man? Good to see you in here. Snuck your way in here.
Hey, shalom, brothers. How you doing?
Doing well, man. Doing well. Just talking about this topic, though, for a lot of us who are 30 and on up who doesn't have any inheritance yet, as you would say. You know, we're trying to explain to these sisters, like, why we haven't had any type of children in this modern day society just yet.
And the key word is yet.
Yeah.
And
Hey,
it's children.
Hey, cool gent. Shalom to you brothers and sisters on this panel tonight. I'm thankful for another opportunity to join your show, your platform. Excuse me. And you know, if need be, I'd like to provide some insight when the opportunity presents itself. I will do so. Cool gent, if you can, you guys can carry on, and when you guys as the level of fluidity increases in this discussion, I will then provide a spiritual and societal insight from a sociological and anthropologic perspective, if necessary.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Okay.
So we need to clear out one word that we use, and we use two words that is wrong, that is negative. They have negative frequency, and we need to change that. Children, they're not kids. Kids are goats.
Right.
So we need to start
Children.
speaking. We need to stop speaking ill on our children, but call them goats, because goats on our left side, and Most High placed them on the left side. sheep he placed on the right side. And then black. We are not black. That is a skin condition of famine. It's a skin condition of the sun, when we're in the sun a lot. But we are not, the Bible does not mention us to be black. We are Hebrew. Okay. And we come in all shades of brown. Okay. So we need to stop. We need to learn to work on not calling ourselves black, because that's a negative word. You look in old dictionary, not new dictionary, because new dictionary defines black as African American. But if you go back and you look at the etymology of the word, black is negative. Go ahead, Brother Steve. I see you want to say something.
No. I was just I was listening intently. I'm just trying to pick up, to where you guys are at here. What I will say real quickly here, I just want to just add this. Brothers and sisters, I mean, we have to keep in mind here that although the current issues of men, I'm assuming if this pertains to men, brothers, if you will, and like I say, I'm gonna focus on us, because the concentration in itself is regarding our people. But we also have to understand from a sociological perspective, this particular social ill, spiritual ill in itself is also impacting other men of other nations. Obviously, with the population decrease, the lack of life or babies being born. So it is systemic in nature. It's not only impacting us, but obviously when you're dealing with the Israelites, the Hebrews, it's a serious issue because of the societal ills. I mean, brothers and sisters, we're talking about a culture, a system of do as thou will, individuality. I mean, it's individuality, individualism. I mean, how do you overcome that mentality if you're living in a system dynamic that's based upon the destruction of the Most High God in Christ, an atheistic and agnostic system, a satanic and Luciferian system? How do you defeat that when you have a conundrum of mass numbers of political and legislative and social powers that are against you? See, that's what this is. Rome, brothers and sisters.
Mm-hmm.
We are living in Rome.
True.
This is a Roman system.
Yes, sir.
So the slaves, the sons and daughters of slaves, are in Babylon, Rome. So we've all been acclimated into this system. And it was through the grace of the Most High that he saved us and poured us out. That was the mercy of it. Now, keep in mind, brothers and sisters, just because you're free from the plantation, don't mean everybody else is. Y'all talk about the matrix. So if you want to try to understand the relationships and the male and female dynamics, which was natural from our mother and father, Adam and Eve, natural energies, but something happened. What happened? Well, Adam loved his wife. And because of the love of his wife, he did what? He accepted and took the fruit from his wife. So the curses fail.
That's true.
Well, brothers and sisters, that's still in the earth today.
Yes, sir.
There is enmity between man and woman. And now, because of the enmity and the curse of that first Adam, it still exists. Brothers and sisters, the bottom line is this. I've often pondered this, and I don't mean to be long-winded, but I'm going to say what I got to say because I want y'all to process this for a second. Brothers and sisters, I've processed this many times. I've pondered this, trying to understand the dynamics of the so-called black man, so-called black woman, the Hebrew Israelite male, man, and female woman. And you know something? There's nothing better than righteous energy. But remember, if you're unequally yoked, you will have issues. Christ told us that. Be unequally yoked with unbelievers.
Yes.
Why did he tell us that? Why?
And those relationships have to carry themselves out.
That's why we got the mess we got now.
Mm-hmm. Been telling y'all
Well,
that. Been
that's
saying
why.
it, man. Go ahead.
That's what I've been saying this whole time. Is very, very simple. I mean, it's not that complicated, and this is why some guys still don't have kids at this time,
Children.
because some guys are actually righteous, and maybe it's not just based on a choice. Maybe it's divine. Maybe they
It
just
is.
was in a divine way dodged a lot of silver bullets out there.
But
True.
Steve,
For all we
you
know.
said something tonight. You said that Adam loved Eve so much that he accepted, her first child. And a lot of men will not love women enough to accept their mistakes. A lot of men do not, and a lot of people
That's the 2/3. That's the
about that.
2/3.
A lot of people don't think about what you just said tonight. Like that was so like powerful. I didn't even think about how Adam still loved her, but did he really even have a choice? I mean, but he kept going on with her and had 2 more children.
No,
You
he
know.
had 60.
Oh, they had 60?
Yeah. 30.
Okay.
30 girls, 30 boys.
There you go. He despite the fact that she made a huge mistake that ruined their lives, he still stayed by her.
What we're hearing is a paradigm right now, though, because what I'm still hearing is, and it's still, I guess, with Kujit, I can see him right now scratching his head, but he's like, is the question still been answered? I'm gonna try to answer the question, because see, it's still on this line of, okay, a man still hasn't had kids, and
Children.
maybe he wants to, once again, deliver it. So to speak. So my thing is that, okay, he's ideally wanting to start a lineage, not one based on an existing lineage that she's just bringing his way. So this other idea is, okay, well, obviously with what you just stated, Cookie, with, accepting certain mistakes, a man accepting certain mistakes, this idea is, okay, should a man who hasn't had kids have to consider still having kids with someone that already has kids? And of course, a lot of guys in the chat have said no, they wouldn't do that. So I think really, if we're looking at the future, I mean, there are going to be only like few guys that still accept certain things. A lot of guys just want to, yeah.
And I want to add this on too. See, I've been knowing this for a while now. It's a great topic. Is that I was reading Genesis 24, it was 24, and how Abraham, he was getting old in his age, and I think it was his servant. He had to send him to another land to find a wife. And I'm not disrespecting any women here that's born on this soil at all. I know there are good women here. But he had to send him like to elsewhere to get a wife because the wind was so wicked. So you all may hear me at the times, I may say a lot of modern women are like the daughters of the Canaanites. And what were the daughters of the Canaanites? They was very wicked. So men had to go somewhere else to get that prize.
That's a correction on that. You gonna correct them? Okay.
Cool, Jen.
Go ahead.
Brother, the Israelite women, hard-hearted and stiff-necked.
Yeah, really kind of what it is, really, I think beyond just perspectives is just, and I see exactly where you're going with this, Cool Jen. The reality is things are changing. The lineage shall change based on still, once again, the way guys choose to procreate in the future. Like that's just the reality. There are going to be some that do accept some of the daughters of Zion on this soil for whatever reason, whether she has kids or not. But I think the majority of what guys are looking forward to in the future is just starting from scratch elsewhere. That's kind of what I'm seeing right now with, for them, seeing as to why they don't have kids, and a lot of them just seeing it as it's just not working here. Maybe that's why I haven't had luck. So
Okay.
they looking at, they looking at a lot of what's going on right now, and they are looking outside of what they're seeing. And I think that's kind of, we see these younger guys coming up, even younger than some of the fellas in the chat. And I think younger guys are coming up now looking at things like, yo, I don't want to be a part of that. Even if there's like this idea that, okay, despite whatever mistakes she made, we can try to work this out. Some guys don't want to have to go through all that.
Okay.
They want to just start from scratch instead of having to repair things. So I think that's kind of what the future is heading towards, but there'll still be some exceptions, but the obvious is this reality that things are changing, especially even for what we call Black or Hebrew Israelite. Things are changing.
But so many women accept men that have children. Why is it one-sided? Why do men expect for women to accept them with children and baby mamas and baggage, but you can't turn around and do the same for us?
Okay. So the thing is, let's go back to when you said Abraham.
What was that? I kind of cut out. What did you say, Cookie?
I said so many men expect for women to accept them with children, because a lot of them have Black men, a lot of y'all have children before age 30, right? Like when I got married, my ex-husband had a child.
Okay, but once again though, not to hey Cookie, not to cut you off, and I don't mean to, I apologize. But we're talking about a man that doesn't have kids. Not someone that already has kids. But even with that said, like, but even
men with children, a lot of women have to if they want to have them.
I know, but that's my point. Like where I was trying to get at, my point is that it's not the same like with how you accept a man that has kids versus how he accepts you with kids. The problem is we've making everything the same. It's not the same. Just on the fact that you're a man. I mean, I'm a man and you're a woman per se. Like it's we made it too much of the same. That's why sometimes when I think of the scripture when it says unequally yoked, in many ways, I think if you break it down, it also means unevenly versus unequally. I believe it's that part of it too. We're trying to make things more androgynous, like with the way we're going about talking about things, instead of breaking it down to the feminine and the masculine perspectives. Basically, when we see a Black man and a Black woman per se, we look at each other like we're equal and the same, and it's not. I think that we gotta stop doing that.
Okay. No, that is the same thing. You can't expect for someone to accept you with children and then you don't want to accept her with children and say, oh no, it's not the same thing. If you love a person, you love whatever is attached to that person. You have to.
Okay. So as far as equality, Brother Ray is correct. A woman, her it's not double standard. A lot of women, we think things are unfair because a man has a certain way of living and his view of life and how he thinks is different from what we are. And we think that it should be equal, but it's not equal. You can tell when Most High, when he gave the curse, the punishment to Adam and Eve, what she was supposed to do and what he was supposed to do. We're not equal. We will never be equal. And so we cannot compare ourselves to a man, and a man cannot compare himself to us. How he sees and review us and how we see and review him are totally two different. What it is that we're supposed to do, and that's why he gave the curses that he gave to us, because we failed. And where we failed at, that's what he made us work on. That's why he cursed us on those. We as women are supposed to.
Adam failed Eve because he should have been watching over her and making sure she was
true.
He had been living there the whole time in peace. He hadn't done anything, right?
That's why the curse is what it is.
You let this woman come up here and change the whole trajectory of our lives.
That's why the curse is what it is.
What he was
supposed to lead. He's going to lead. He's supposed to lead, and he's going to lead. And as women have to step back and let him lead. And that's it. We're supposed to follow after him. We long after him. That's what we're doing right now, my sister Cookie. We're longing, we're following after the man. And at the same time, what the society is, why the society is the way it is because the man did not step in his position. The reason why our sisters are out here with their booty and their everything out, coochie, Jannikins, breast meat out, ready to nurse anybody, is because they follow the man into whoredom. And we failed. We followed them into whoredom because we longed after him, and then we raising children without him, and these children are becoming wicked. And that's what you see the manosphere is all about. Those are wicked men because they did not have that father figure. The man did not lead, and this is where we're at now. These men here, all four of these men are righteous men. They want to lead, and we as women follow and looking for them, and we're following after the wicked man. And that's why our society is right now. We're hurting, and we gotta get it. We gotta get it back according to the biblical standards. We women are not equal to men, despite what this European society says. We are not equal. We're not equal.
Hey, Deliberate, check this out though. Hey, Deliberate, check this out. Yeah. And I hear exactly what you're saying. But see, Adam failed Eve in one way, right? But Eve also failed Adam in another way. But see, most people would say, well, it was the same. No, it wasn't. Like she had her way as a woman, she failed him, and he had his way as a man, he failed her.
They failed each other.
In their own way. And respectively, they could talk on how they could have done that better. You know, she shouldn't have gave into temptation. And he actually, the main thing that Adam failed at was not putting her in her place after she did what she did. And he shouldn't have accepted the fruit when she gave it to him.
Putting her in place, it was too late. He should have been watching over her and been around her to make sure that she didn't even have an opportunity to speak to the serpent.
Because he failed, that's when he should have put her in her place. He should have spoken to her and said, hey, don't do that.
Right.
But see that he should have had that conversation with her and stayed with her prior to that.
Yeah, but that didn't happen.
Well, here's the thing. Yeah, and that's the part when you say prior to that. That was on her. She should have done her part to not be associated with another conversation. That's where she failed at.
It's the woman that fell into transgression first.
Right. Yeah, that's like you walking at a Walmart and you see homeboy coming up to you talking split. And you go with that. Or like you at a bar. Oh, go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want you guys to understand the mindset, the psychology here. Now, I think time to time, I don't want to be, I want to speak with, this is not an attack, but we're missing something here.
Yes.
Because one, we're pointing out the issue of Adam and then the issue of Eve.
Yes.
Listen, you guys have to understand that Lucifer was a fallen angel, right?
True.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a spirit that was in the earth that was also observing the weaknesses of both Adam and Eve. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So don't you guys think that Satan, Lucifer, Yabalon, however you choose to call him, don't you think through his observation, he watched and analyzed critically the weaker vessel and strategized the approach? See, when the Most High created Adam, he created Adam in his image, a man of war, straight perfection. And from his rib came Eve, the helpmeet. So Lucifer knew that the helpmeet was created for Adam. He also knew that if he was going to be subtle or deceiving, he would have to attack the weaker vessel. What I'm saying in a nutshell is this, brothers and sisters. What Sister Osai said about women following the man and replicating the behaviors, it's true, it's factual. But everybody has the ability to make sound decisions. Eve, at that point, when approached by the serpent, she had a decision.
Accountability.
Mm-hmm.
She had straight up accountability.
Well, yeah,
And
that's
because she
basically
fit-
what I just said. Yeah, I just said that. Like that's like at a bar. You go to a bar and she take the drink from another guy, and she didn't have to take the drink. I know guys they be at bars and they let the girl get a drink from another guy, just off the rip. She didn't have.
Yep.
She could have made the decision to say no, and he could have had that same, like you just said. She had that same opportunity, as she basically said. Steve. She had that same opportunity.
Y'all really think she had? Y'all really think she could make a decision? To my understanding, from when I read the Bible, no one had a conscience until after Jesus died. No one had anything telling them right from wrong in their mind until after Jesus left, and that was
No.
Wait a minute. Whoa. Wait a minute. Listen, when you read Genesis chapter 3, remember, brothers and sisters.
Said don't eat from the tree.
Now listen carefully. Now, if Satan has the ability to communicate, that means if he could communicate, and which he was with Eve, that means Eve had the ability to intellectually and consciously and effectively communicate with the serpent. So she was conscious. She had the ability to make a logical decision. But because of her natural design,
my children can communicate, but can they make good decisions right now? No.
They're not going to be held accountable because they're children. She was capable. And then Most High gave instructions to Adam. He said, you can eat from all the trees. Don't eat from this one. So there was understanding. There was law already given. And so there was understanding. So we weren't all dumb until Yahweh Shai came. We were still given the law, before Yahweh Shai came. We just chose with our will to be disobedient. And today we as a whole are not holding ourselves accountable for our actions. And that's what's going on right now. We're pointing fingers and we're not holding ourselves accountable.
I want to make sure, brothers and sisters, what we're talking about here is we're talking about social psychology in terms of the mindset of weaknesses, either from man or woman. We're just talking about even this context as it pertains to why I believe the conversation and the subject matter pertain to young men without children. What I'm saying is this. Once again, I'm going to reiterate. We are living in a system of Luciferianism. Now,
exactly.
The system that we are living in, well, it was built from way back then.
Mm-hmm.
So if we are the children of promise and the Most High chose us, well, from the start, this was the war. The war was actually before the war on Adam and Eve, the war started in the heavens.
Yes,
where you had the first domestic violence. Pride, brothers and sisters. So we look at the war between man and woman. Sometimes we miss the root of the issues. Started from the heavenly realm. The heavenly realm, brothers and sisters. And from that war came the attack upon man and woman. The second
family.
war.
Facts, Steve.
The family.
Mm-hmm.
Now, sometimes, brothers and sisters, sometimes when we're discussing topical and superficial issues, we sometimes miss deeper root issues, because the bottom line is we can sit up there and talk about the complexities and the issues. The bottom line is we're seeking resolution. And you and I, and we all know that the resolution is coming back to these laws, statutes, commandments in Christ. Now, the problem is this. Once again, some of you, some of us, y'all yoke with us, we yoke with you. So we decide to align ourselves in righteousness in Christ. Why the hell would the world expect a masculine man and a masculine woman to come together in righteousness and not face opposition? It's impossible.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And
Gotta
you know what
humble
it is?
ourselves.
I want to say this too. And Steve, you hit the point on a lot of stuff in here, man. Because
Yes.
a lot of us right now, and I'm putting myself in there too,
Yes.
we're looking at things from a natural point and not looking at it from the spiritual standpoint.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it really started at.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Spiritual
Yes.
warfare. That's what we get right now. You know what I'm saying? The enemy's deceiving. They had deceived a lot of us, though, man. But for those who are in the truth, we know what's going on now.
Yeah.
So we always have to be aware of the enemy's devices. You know what I'm saying? Because what does he do? Kill, steal, and destroy. Which he's still doing it to this day, right here, right now, as we speak.
Yeah.
That's why it's very important for the men to gear up. You know, it's very important for the men to gear up because we're the sisters, we're the daughters of Zion, and we see and we want to follow, we want to lead. And so we need for you guys to step up because the kingdom starts with you guys. Yeah, it's Yahweh Shai. He came down and reiterated the law, statutes, and commandments. He came down and put it down, and he's asking you to follow him. And then we as daughters of Zion, we want to follow you and the children. We need to revamp our society, our nation. We need to revamp it under the Bible, the law, statutes, and commandments, on the Godhead, Yahweh Shai, the Son, the man, the woman, the children. We need to go back to that, and we need to stop with the world talking points. We as women, we need to submit. We need to be humble. We need to be meek and mild, and for this to happen, because we do come at the man hard. You know, we have expectations because the world says he's supposed to have this and that and that. We're looking at him that way instead of looking at him for who he is. He's a man. He's a man regardless if the world there's no more cars and there's no more jobs. He's the man. He can work that ground. You know what I'm saying? So we got to change our mindset about what we are, because this society can't carry on anymore because there's a kingdom to come. So what we think is material is not going to be in the kingdom to come. That's not what the worth is. The worth is the man. He is the prize.
Doesn't make you a man. Having a body part does not make you a man. There are a lot of men out here today. I can change a tire, a radiator, and change oil.
That doesn't make you a man either. Doesn't make you a man either, my sister. That just makes you capable of helping.
I'm saying there are a lot of people out here that are calling themselves man because they got
that's 2/3. That is 2/3, honey.
The ground, and they cannot.
That's not a righteous man. That's not a righteous man. That's 2/3 you're talking about. We're talking about these men we see here on this panel. These are righteous brothers. Those men that you're looking at, those are not righteous men. Those are unequally yoked to you. Unequally yoked to me. These are the men that see our children. Do not want to be with us righteously, do not want to lead us. These are the brothers here that are righteous, that are speaking the biblical, that's willing to lead us. And that's what we as women, daughters of Zion, need to understand.
And you see, this is why it's so important, why the scriptures say, train up a child in the way they should go. You know what I'm saying? So they won't forsake or forget like what their parents taught them. But since in this modern day and age, a lot of younger generations say they really don't have parents. I mean, but they come on here, they find content like ours, you know what I'm saying, real masculine truth channels or feminine channels, because the internet and the televisions are teaching the children right now. You know what I'm saying? And they're not getting it from their own home or environment.
Raising them up.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna actually jump off from here because my little signal is jacked up, but I want to at least say something. First of all, I appreciate chopping up with all of y'all, but let me say this right quick, because I know there's some I see what Age of Aquarius saying about, I guess, Adam dropped the ball on Eve. See, I think it's this. I think it's a little bit of both, because like what you said, Steve, earlier about Lucifer knowing about there was a weakness there. But
Yes.
see, the only weakness I really see is just the distance. You know, Adam, he might be working or doing something or whatever he was doing. I mean, there's no clear reference as to why Adam wasn't around Eve at that time. But that's what Lucifer took advantage of, right? So
Exactly.
So I think like with children, right? When you're away from the child and they acting up and they get quiet, right? Because you know they fooling around with some in the kitchen, things like that. So you catch them, and then that's when you put them in their place. So my thing is, I think when I see this, I don't think it's just necessarily Adam dropped the ball or dropped the eye on Eve. You know, I think also Eve just wasn't close enough to Adam.
Exactly.
So
I agree.
If we just do that, keep, like you said, just keep it real simple like that, that would explain a lot of things.
You know, brother, I'm going to say this because, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, we all are individually accountable for decisions, and we all have our fleshly proclivities of lust and desire in our incarnate nature. When we come into, and see, you know what, brothers and sisters, let's just keep it real. Look, y'all who know me, y'all have heard me talk. You know how I get down. I told y'all where I come from. I'm in this world just like y'all. The Most High in Christ has given me another opportunity. Listen, just because I follow Christ don't mean as a man in my masculinity I've lost my desires. The Most High knows what I likes. And with that being said, there's a level of there's reservation. Now that I've acquired more spiritual knowledge, I know how to treat women. I don't objectify them. I may still look. I mean, the bottom line is, when I was a child, I acted as a child. When I came into this knowledge, now I've matured, took on spiritual meat. Now, me personally, I know how to deal with the opposite sex in a righteous manner, in a Christ-centered perspective. Now, for some men and women, the bottom line is we have to come to the reality that, guess what, brothers and sisters? Some will never get there. Because why? Because the Bible states people will wax worse and worse. When you're waxing worse and worse, you're operating in a state of reprobation. In a reprobated state, well, hell, if you operate in reprobation, you ain't never coming to the light, because the desires and lusts from the beginning has overtaken that person. So brothers and sisters, we are far and few between. And when it comes to children, marrying a woman with children, or a woman married with man, listen, it can go both ways. And we try to look we try to see for the disparities and the imbalances. But the bottom line is this: as we start growing closer and closer to prophecy and towards the end of times for the next social cataclysmic event, you know what's going to happen, brothers and sisters? Once again, I don't want to say the word here because this particular word here is being monitored or the algorithm is picking up here. So I'm going to say this: E.X.D.U.S.
Amen.
Now, guess what's going to happen when that occurs? If you are with somebody right now, whether they be your husband, your wife, your fiance, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, if you are serving Christ and pleasing to the Most High, and they are not going to make it, which means there will be separation. And what happens is when the E.X.D. so on and so forth, when that happens, the Most High will start pairing by twos, just like he sent the apostles out to do the work. It will be man and woman, equally yoked believers. But it's not going to happen until that happens. And it's at that point we'll be able to see what righteous marriage looks like. But brothers and sisters, in this present state, you got to be strong. And that means the man that chooses that woman and the woman that receives that man, if they're not on the same page in terms of their spiritual, their direction, it ain't gonna work. Period. Especially with our people. And that's what it comes down to. So there are decisions to be made. You either get with somebody for fleshly desires, or you get with somebody in here now to build something for what's about to come. Either way, it's decisions to be made.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
So before I continue, I'm gonna apologize to Brother Rheology XM. I want to humble myself and say, you know, and there's things I have to learn, and apparently, you know, me cutting in was offensive, and I want to apologize for that. You know, there's some things I'm working on, so I want to apologize to him. I wanted to do that before he left, but you know, that's what I want to do.
Awesome. Total stranger. But yeah, this is a really great stream. You know, shout out to you all that's brought in some truth, and just shout out to Steve, you know what I'm saying, brought in some, you know, understanding and stuff, man, and to really break it down where we at right now in this modern generation and the direction that we're truly going in right now as the Bible is slowly fulfilling itself. You know what I'm saying? Makes you go back to Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3. You know what I'm saying? Everything's for an appointed time, though it tarries, you know what I'm saying? Wherefore it's going to happen. You know, God always, you know, makes everything happen. He always keeps his promises. So that's a lot that we all have to remember as well as people who are, you know, in Christ. So yeah, man, you know, I want everybody to have their last words, man. And shout out to Rheology too, man. Appreciate you, bro. So everybody have their last words, man.
Well, I want to say is that we need to stop looking at the world as an example for us. We need to go and read the word and understand what the template is, what the desire of the Most High is. And he desires for the men to follow Yahweh Shai. He desires the woman to follow after the righteous brother, the righteous man. And the woman, she's to be righteous, Psalms 31, to raise the children up. Help raise the children up. We as women, we are helpmates, we are help makers, and we're help to meet the man. And we need to learn to humble ourselves and submit ourselves and not look at the world view what a man is. No, he's not just a piece of meat. He has an authority. He is an authority, whether he is rich or not rich, whether he has a car or don't have a car or bike. He is a man. He has an authority, same as Yahweh Shai. He's undeveloped because it's a society. This is a sick society that we live in has broken our brothers, broken the righteous man. And he needs our help as daughters of Zion to help him realize who he is, as he help us realize who we are, because we are broken people. We need to come together and understand that we are not each other's enemy, that the devil is our enemy. He is Abba Yah's enemy. He's Yahweh Shai's enemy. And he's been between us, working us all this time, dividing us with words and ideals that they plant in our heads since we were born through school, the devil's doctrine, through reading the Bible incorrectly to us, by feeding us movies and narratives and stories, fairy tale stories. So we need to get back to the Bible, what's biblical and what is true to us, how it works for us, you know? And so that's where I'm gonna leave it. Thank you. I appreciate it, all of you, for, you know, this discussion. Thanks, Kujin, for providing a place where we can discuss. Thank you.
Shalom.
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 Bye, Deliberate.
Bye, Cookie. See you around, sister. Love you.
Well, this is what I will say to all of my Christian ladies out there. The Bible says not to be foolish, okay? My favorite female in the Bible is Abigail. So this is what I will say to women. A man that's over 30 does not have any children, get a conversation with him. Find out why. Look at a person's actions, not the things that they say. Look at their true actions. And if they're still out here sleeping around with women and just not committing themselves to women, then you have to make a choice on your own based off of what he's telling you. And there are a lot of women out here. We outnumber men. So don't ever lose self-respect for yourself just to say you have a man or just to say you got someone or you want to be with someone. Like I said, if you want to have attention from a man, come on spaces like this. Talk to these men over the phone. You don't have to be in their presence to get that attention, because a lot of women, that's what they want. They want attention from men. But sit down and have conversations with people before you decide to jump in bed with them. And that's for men as well. And that's pretty much it. Use your wisdom. Don't be foolish. Don't sit around waiting on a man to come and marry you. So you still got life to live. You got things that you need to take care of. Take care of yourself. Make sure that you are a good, clean woman. And don't worry about anyone else and what anyone else is doing on TV, these celebrities, because all of them are lying. All of it is fake. Energy is the only thing that's real. Energy is the only thing that's real. Money is fake. None of this stuff all come and go. And at the end of the day, just do what's best for you. But thanks for letting me be on the panel, Cool Gent. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Number One Grinder. I am subscribed to both of y'all channels. I love the content on both of them.
Thank you.
And thank you guys for never disrespecting me, even though I have a different opinion. My opinion is always not the one that goes with everyone else, because I'm a free thinker. I think for myself, and I appreciate you guys. And y'all have a good night.
Hey, Miss Cookie.
Uh-huh.
Hey, just want to tell you, sister, I give all glory and praise to the Most High God, Ahaya, Bashem Yeshaya, and Christ for the daughters of Zion. Hey, sister, you don't owe us an apology. We understand. We understand you very, very well. We understand our sisters, and I'm speaking on behalf of the brothers here and the other brothers right now in the work. Hey, listen, we're all in this together. We ain't no good without our women, and I thank the Most High, because I tell you, the sisters of Zion, y'all some bad sisters. Y'all might drive us crazy at times, but guess what? We're thankful to have you.
That's right.
Well, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Appreciate you, Cook. All right, brothers.
Jen, excellent show, my brother. I know I came on a little late. I had just walked in. I know you guys I seen that you guys had a meeting a little earlier, but I was with my kids. Well, anyway, I just want to thank you for another opportunity to come on your platform. An excellent show. I'm very honored and privileged. I give the Most High God Ahaya, Bashem Yeshaya, Wawa Kadesh in Christ. Grinder, my brother, Shalom, bless you. Jen, bless you. You gentlemen, you brothers, have a wonderful night.
All right, you, Brother Steve. Appreciate you, man.
Take care. Have a good one.
Peace to you.
Thank you.
All right, Number One Grinder.
I'm going to say this, bro. And I got to be the grinder that I am.
Go ahead, do your thing, man.
God had made me as a man. God made me as a warrior. And I had still got to fight 5 young black boys that get molested by women. So I would say, women, if you said that we part of God's family, for God have to say fight for us too, just like you want us to fight for y'all. All this nonsense happened, and it's not no blame. It's not no blame. I want y'all to hear me out on this. If you say you want a good man, fight for that good man. Fight for that righteous man, because sometimes it's right. We don't have all the money, but we have the knowledge and the wisdom. Understand that you got the bill.
Mm-hmm.
Stop saying that You don't want certain people to be accountable. But if I live by myself, I ain't nothing. All I'm just saying that I read the comments and don't think I don't know who you are. But as you know, brother, and I wish a lot more brothers talk about this, but it seems like I'm gonna take it on. And I don't hate women. I don't hate women. I love black women. I love women. But it has to be a certain time to take accountability, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to keep on taking a bullet after bullet and after bullet while some of the women on the sidelines want me to see me to die. And I wish a lot more brothers that they talk about righteousness, that talk about this. They should need to talk about it. Women, you need to be accountable too. You need to tell these young ladies stop. They need to cover up and work in accordance of God's divine purpose. Because we are a part of God's creation too.
True.
But I know a lot of y'all's not going to hear me, and it's fine. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Oh yeah, no problem, man. Thank you for your commentary. Thank you, brother. Yeah, man, this is an awesome live stream. And be sure for the next stream, y'all, we're going to continuously talk about this conversations. I'm about to think of a really great topic to really put out here between us. I want a panel between us brothers and sisters come on and talk about some of the things we truly see. Like, we got to come together on this because these talks and conversations are really needed right now where we're at. For my generations, millennials, the Gen Z, of course, some Gen Xers, but right now, because what we're seeing is that we're going to a different phase. We already have a lot of these, the enemy out here that's working against us and doing everything he can to destroy us. And we have to be on guard, man. We have to be on guard. We have to be on guard. Where's the app, y'all? Thank you for this live stream, Brother Cool Gent, Brother Reality, Brother Number One Brian, Brother Steve E, Sister Cookie. Yeah, I'm shout out to y'all. Yeah, we all gonna get together again real soon. Y'all probably have to email me. Because I got another stream gonna be coming up. But yeah, these conversations are really much needed right now in this day and age. Because everybody has their reasons for, like I said, we have our reasons for why we don't have no kids yet. A lot of us young brothers, not saying I'm perfect in anything, of course y'all know that. I'm just moving wise, I guess you could say. Just being smart about my situation. That's all I'm doing, just being smart about my situations and how I'm moving out here. And just letting the Most High guide me. Direct my footsteps. Be careful of the pygmy spheres, the manosphere dudes out here. Be careful of these groups that's against one another. I'm all about building, wanting us to come together. I get on both sides, because I love both of us. I love us brothers and us sisters. I love a lot of us, man. Like, I want us to come together. I'm not about trying to break down each other, tear down each other. I want us to get to the solution and not stand in the same problem. The problem is going to continuously be there. But if we don't have no solutions for it, then guess what? We're done. It's just going to remain there. I appreciate y'all sisters too, man. A lot of y'all. Much like can have kids is for life. Yeah, absolutely. And I do care about my seed. I do. Truth be told. No wife yet. You don't need kids yet. Well, yeah, you're right. I haven't you see, there's a lot of stuff that we see differently from you all out here as women, you know. But you're right. I'm not married yet. And you're right, and you're right about that. You took the words right out of my mouth earlier before you spoke about it. Yeah, children, not kids. Yeah. Children, yeah, kids are the you know, the goats, but children, the children of God. But we're going to continue to have this discussion, though, man. Like we really are gonna break this down. Why a lot of us really um, can't come together for our generation because we're so divided by money, all the material possessions and stuff, all this stupid nonsense that's keeping us divided right now. And we wonder why. We wonder why this new modern generation of tools don't work at all. It just doesn't work. If it worked, then everybody would be happy. Relationships take work. Yeah, right, brother. Keep watch over your seed. Amen. Absolutely. Absolutely. Keep your body holy during this process. No fornication, either men. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm not out here having a child with every woman I come across. Sex is marriage. Marriage is sex. Oh, sex is not marriage. I'm a little bit drained tonight. We have to talk about that too. Um, especially with the ring and stuff. Are men not supposed to propose? We'll have to talk about that too in the future. I want to talk about that too, probably on my next video, my next stream. I don't feel like breaking nothing down tonight. I'm drained. That's we're working by sight instead of walking by. We're walking by. You're supposed to walk by faith and not by sight, you know. But yeah, we're gonna talk about all of them, man. This is a great live stream conversation, man. I'm a bit tired, y'all. Truth be told, I got to rest up. Maybe I'll do a show Wednesday. If any of you all are available, I'll do one Wednesday. Yeah, these live streams can drain you though. I was on the live stream a little bit earlier on my brother's live stream. Shout out to them, Rollo. Really awesome live stream. Yeah, I appreciate you, Sister Aquarius. Your comment's still golden. I want to post your comment golden. You got any more golden comments? Let us know. The ring means nothing without fidelity. We're gonna definitely talk about all this stuff. We're gonna talk about this stuff. We're gonna break it down biblically. When the time is right. And how men got wise from back in those times. We're gonna talk about all this stuff. It's right in the Bible. Correct. Amen. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yep. So that's why I don't go back to live streams anymore. Yeah, there's some great live streams though, man. You know, I'm grateful with the audience that I do have, you know. Because it's all about us coming together and finding the common ground, I guess you could say. And yes, you're right about that. You're right about that. In the book of Genesis, yeah, you're right about that. You're definitely right about that. Man, y'all dropping all the stuff in here. You're right about that. You're absolutely right about that, Cookie. So, man, that's 30 and over. Will we maybe have kids in the future? Find out on the next episode of Cool Gen 87. I'm gonna leave y'all with some music, man. Y'all have a good night. God bless you. Cool Gen 87 out. Peace.